This is a horror game podcast. It is meant for mature audiences. It may contain adult language, violence, and sexual themes, as well as shocking revelations. Viewer discretion is advised. Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I are playing the Imperium Maledictum role-playing game. I'm your host, Thom Raley. The scenario is To Feed the Empire. It was written by Keith Craig, who is also our game master, and this is a one-shot. So without any further delay, let's begin our journey into the darkness. Keith?
All right. Thank you, Tom. Our acolytes have had a little bit of a break since their last investigation. They find themselves back on their home planet of Vol in the hive city of Rokarth. It is now the year 029 of M41, about 8 years since their last mission that they've been sent out to investigate. There's been kind of doing little odd jobs for the Inquisition. But as is inevitably, one day they get summoned by their patron, Inquisitor Harlequin, and he requests you to come meet him up in his offices up in the upper hive world. So when you come in, he's sitting there. He's got his cherubs flying around, delivering mission messages, and he looks up at you. Now, it looks like he might have had a little bit more mechanical parts put in. Both of his eyes now are mechanical, but is it somewhat of a smile he has when he sees you? But he goes, excellent to see you. I haven't sent you on an important mission for a while, but I've got a interesting thing that's piqued my thoughts. The Agro world of Reddim is the one that provides most of the food for this sector. Is the Adeptus Administratum had sent a inspector to go there, and he hasn't been heard from for a while. That is their official line, is that he is busy making sure everything's running perfectly, which of course they say it is. But I intercepted a comms from him that unfortunately was a little garbled from a localized warp storm that came through. And goes, here, let me play you the snippet of it. So one of his cherubs come down and they hit play on it. You hear come through a voice, and it sounds like someone that's been broadcasting out on a ham radio, so a lot of static in the background and all. And it comes across. He goes,
"This is Inspector Han Lufgar reporting from Red Isle. Identification code 837. Past week I've been residing at plantation of Stavros Kartovia. He's worried about the other owners and speaking with workers. The workers have filed multiple complaints with the Administratum. Please confirm if the complaints were filed. Workers are very hostile to the Administratum. Angry about other plantation owners' use of new farming. He claims that this is against the Emperor's teaching. I suspect it's more of a fiscal variant of the Imperial cult is active with the citizens. The obnoxious deviations believe all life is from the Emperor. I'm concerned about some of the populace. They seem to plan to meet with Jethro Crudol. He's the largest plantation owner on the world. See if he shares the Kartovian concerns. Han Lufgar, signing off. The Emperor protects.
It sounds as though the inspector had perhaps isolated some cultic activity.
Kind of what I thought. I looked into this church that he mentioned, the old Natus Beatus and Beatus. They are a sanctioned sect of the imperial cult. They were apparently granted sanction about five years ago.
Well, that's
However,
a risk with new religions, is even the most, even properly recognized ones, is that they can grow out of hand, especially in an isolated place with an unruly populace. Is there any background on this inspector that would cause you to be suspicious of his reporting?
what I understand is that he has been a model inspector that has went out. He's found many violations when he's went to various planets and all. But when one of my fellow inquisitors went to inspect one of the violations he filed, it ended up that Han Lufgar was correct, that it was a violation that needed to be dealt with and all. So what I've read about, researched about him, is that he is a on the up and up, as much as the administratum can be. Sorry, Lucas.
I resemble that remark. But...
So transport immediately, I assume?
I have a transport on a merchant marine ship headed out in a couple days. I've secured some identification papers for you, so you can of the administratum. I'd rather not people know that the Inquisition people tend to clam up when we come around, as you've experienced before. No, but yes, they'll send you off planet. Of course, the careful on the merchant marine ship. Those void-born folks, they can be a little bit odd.
I don't think I've spent any meaningful amount of time on Agro worlds. What is there anything we should do to prepare ourselves or protect ourselves from all that oxygen and stuff?
Well, what I will let you know is that there's not a lot of buildings on an agro world. Every building is a waste of space for potential crops that they could build. So being comfortable being outside and maybe comfortable finding places to sleep outside might be something. So if you need some, I think people call it camping gear, I could provide some for you. Now, I do have rooms secured at the Cartovian estate, the noble that filed the initial complaint.
Camping gear, and you see like a shiver run down my spine.
Indeed. Those, of course, you'll be paid back for the time, 100 solars a day for your time spent on world. Nothing for the travel, but the food.
Well, there should be abundant food there.
Well, it depends on what they produce.
Well, what I've seen is that they produce a lot of fruits and leaves for that get shipped to be turned into supplement the corpse starch and all that help feed everyone. Apparently, it's supposed to be good for you.
I cannot imagine.
I think it's going to be extremely unwholesome, so all the more reason to be efficient. They have, yeah, there'll be soil and things,
Oh yeah.
tubes, and yeah. Um, any background on this Jethro Crudall? Is he, I mean, he's a large landholder, so presumably he's in the Imperium's favor.
Yes. All I know about them is that he's a noble who was his family's been on that planet for the past 400 years or 4,000 years, and that it's been you know he's met his imperial tithe regularly since he's inherited the plantation from his father.
Well, if there is some aberration, some heretical cult, some people doing that they're not supposed to do, we will root them out and get rid of them.
Well, I have full faith in you, sister, and the others. Timotheus, please remember that you're working for the Inquisition. I was able to overlook the little incident with the Mechanicum. Others might not know what he's talking about, but the Inquisitor knows. Wilkes, I did get you a new badge. It has a different name, but if you want to use your other badge, that is fine.
Yeah, and I've got something I
Kali?
can overdraw upon, so
Ah, yes. Kali, I think being outside should be no problem for a former soldier such as yourself.
And I may be able to assist the others in making the situation tolerable. It's not, it can't be worse than a barren moon.
No,
I've,
definitely not.
I've heard the population of such planets is fairly sparse. If they get
And
machinery to do most of the farming.
they do. They have their servitors that will go out and do most of the farming. But, servitors need maintenance to
Servicing.
go on. And of course, the nobles, they need some of their, house servants.
I've never been to an agro world, but I've heard stories that it's somewhat unnerving when you live in a hive and then you go to a place that has so few people. It tends to be too quiet.
well, a bit like our experiences when we went to Lux Aeternus, going out into that forest. Ugh. Yeah, definitely not
Yes,
great
that was no
for
planet.
those of us born in the hives.
I
Well,
still sometimes wake up screaming when I dream of that place.
Finally, he goes, and the newest acolyte coming with you is how do you say your Simo?
Simo, yes.
Yes, he is. He's told me he's quite good with taking care of people from a long distance. So
excellent.
if you need his skill, then that's why I decided to bring him along. Check him out. See if he will fit in with my entourage.
Welcome.
You see him just gesture and nod.
With that, the Inquisitor goes, in 2 days, your transport will pick you up at the dock. At the dock, be sure you're there. Good luck. The Emperor
All right.
protects.
The
Indeed,
Emperor
protects.
protects. I'll see if I can just hang around and just talk about his new eyes and compliment him on his new eyes and get the specs
Okay.
and everything. But we don't need to. But
Yeah. Just give me a rapport charm.
You got something brown about here, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a talent.
Okay.
I
hey,
didn't think a machine was capable of it.
28. So rapport, right?
Yep. Yep.
Ooh, that's a fail.
He kind of looks at you and he's like, going, "You machine men have lost your ability to relate to other humans. My eyes were lost in an acid accident." He turns and he walks away.
Okay. Well, if you have any more accidents, just let me know. No.
He doesn't even acknowledge you.
Just
Well,
remember, the flesh is weak. Yeah.
Well, friends, we have 2 days to prepare. I'm going to go to the cathedral and prepare myself spiritually, and let us hope that the Emperor will guide us straight to the answers that we seek, and find this missing person, if possible.
Oh, the inspector's long dead. No, you're kidding, sister. Now, the question is whether this Jetro Crudel thinks that the whole planet belongs to his family and is encouraging this cult, and that's why he smeared the official inspector, or whether he fell prey to some sort of other
Seems
complication.
odd, considering that the entire planet is dedicated to the Empire. Nobody owns it but the Empire. But we'll see.
We also talked to Cartovian to see what brought on the initial complaints.
Yeah, well, Cartovian's putting us up, but we will have to be mindful that he's obviously got a grudge against this Cruduel anyway, who's a bigger fish in the pond.
I was thinking of going to go and hit the data mills anyway, and see if I can get any background before we leave. So
Okay.
that might be things like the initial complaints should already, in theory, be somewhere on record. So that gives us a bit more kind of forewarning or forearmed.
If you don't mind me tagging along, I've got nothing better to do before we depart. It's not as though I need to practice with my weapons.
Go ahead.
All right, so you're going to go to the administratum and try and find the complaint that was filed.
Yeah, that primarily, but also any then kind of as a secondary search. I've got the data delver talent, so I'm pretty quick at doing this. Also, with all the names that we've been given, see if there's any bios on all of them. So any information, any and all that we can get on them, as well as the complaints.
Okay, yeah. All right, how about the others? I
I'm
know
going to acquire
sisters.
some outdoor gear for everyone, Caroline cloaks, camping supplies. I imagine as a sniper, I've had experience to hurry up
Yeah.
and do nothing for days.
You know better than
Yeah.
us, yes.
Yeah, get a ghillie suit and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Rations.
Hey, you want a good carmine cloak for that.
Exactly.
Mhm.
All right. And Timotheus, were you going to do anything or just
Nothing special. Just make sure my gear is in order. My
Yes.
chirurgeon's kit and everything.
yeah, take care of
My-
all the machines. All right. So, Wilkes, give me a logic investigation to kind of dig through the administratum's records.
Yep, no problem. If I had advantage, it would be good, but it's not. So that's a -4.
Oh, -4.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah. So as you're kind of like, it's just this massive database and all. So as you kind,
I'll spend a fate to re-roll because
okay,
I have a
okay.
feeling getting this info off the bat could be helpful. So I went from 90 to 92. So no, it's just meant to be.
Yeah, it's just meant to be. So yeah, you're digging through. You don't find the complaint. Either it was misfiled away, which is not possible, of course. The administrator would not make a mistake like that, or Han must have taken it with him and accidentally or deleted it until the case was completely closed. However, you justify in your head that you can't find this information. On the names, I mean, it's no problem to find a name on Stavros Kartovian or Jetro Credul. I mean, they're noble house owners that supply food to this entire sector. So,
Famous last words, because I did mention the data delver talent, that gives me advantage on tests to retrieve info, so I can swap it to a 09 if I want to.
All right, so yeah, go with that and give yourself your fate back that since you wouldn't have burned it. Okay, so how many success levels is that?
That would be 5 because I've got 50 in my investigation.
All right. Okay. So here is the MFR, the Memorandum for Record, for the complaint filed by Stavros. Remember,
so someone just put it one sheet further back than it should have been. That's why it took
exactly.
That long to find
Yeah,
it. Honestly,
yeah.
Memorandum for Record received 22 M42 or M41. Request for inspection of Agro Reddim. Sender Stavros Kartovian. Message to the Adeptus Administratum. I, Stavros Kartovian, request an official crop inspector to be sent to Reddim. I believe my fellow plantation owners are violating imperial directives by growing an unauthorized plant to meet their tithe. Okay, so Xenos flora. I worry that this plant may be detrimental to our glorious troops in the Astra Militarum. Your attention to this issue is greatly appreciated. Resolution approved, 28, so it took him 6 years to act on that. That's quick going for them. Yeah. Inspector will be sent on next available transport.
All right, go.
The concern about the troops there makes me wonder if it's not instead of Xenos wheat, maybe it's something that's intoxicating or, and otherwise providing black market.
The easy conclusion to leap to there would be that they've seen it as a Xenos flora that's been introduced, and they've seen that it's off-world, therefore it's automatically heretical, and that's why you've got the accusation of heresy flying around. But that's just the surface interpretation.
Fair enough.
And with 5 success levels, you found something else. You found the citizens' complaints that were being filed about the world. The reason that this one took you a little bit longer to file is that it was filed under Reddim, according to the Administratum, is officially a hive world. You find a note in there that this was a misclassification 4,000 years ago, but they will soon reclassify it as properly as an agro world in the next century.
Oh, so are there remains of hives that are still there then?
No, they just filed it wrong.
Oh, okay.
They had already entered it in there. But because you got 5 success levels, you actually do find the complaints that were filed by the citizens also.
Right. Received 10 M42. Complaint filed by Xavier Halfrag. Claims Samold Thorbald as using chemicals on crops that are causing illness in workers. Okay, then 2 years later, complaint filed by Sven Archon, states the Heya Thrag is disregarding worker safety and fertilizer is causing birth defects. Fear the mutant in the workers' families. Then 3 years further on, 016, complaint filed by Gregor Arnold. He states worker casualties are beyond acceptable levels at plantation of Beula Kalel. Believes the chemicals used are causing unneeded illness. No complaints after 19. So they're using something beyond normal pesticides? Is there anything that they would have, if it's stuff that's been shipped in externally, so if they don't produce their own pesticides or their own fertilizer or chemical spray, for example, It'd be stuff that's coming in from off-world. Are there any transport logs to show what kind of stuff they've been bringing in, or is that too niche a thing to go down?
That will require another.
Okay. Right. And this time, remember, I can flip it.
Yes. Yeah.
Right, my 82 becomes 28, so that's 3.
Nice. Advantage is working hard for you.
Mhm.
So, yes, you do find in there that they were shipping in chemicals. And how many success levels was 28?
3.
3? Okay, yeah. So what you find is that the chemicals, they were purchasing it from the hives, as the water and everything drains down into the hive, it starts picking up stuff. And they found that it was a chemical that was effective in refreshing the soil, because if they don't do crop rotation, and killing the bugs.
Mhm.
But you suspect with 3 success levels that the reason that they were purchasing it was most likely because it was cheap.
Oh.
And therefore you can maximize profit. You do notice that about 15 years ago, the purchases of the chemical went down quite a bit, and now only one person is still purchasing the chemical, Stavros Kartovian.
Gotcha. And his name's already come
He's
up.
the guy that filed the complaint.
So the new techniques that were reported back, or some sort of alternative to using this well-regarded stable compound, long approved of by the Imperium. Yeah, I think there's some unwholesome alien nonsense involved.
Is there maybe like a Magos biologist report that we can get that's kind of done a catalogue of the planet's flora, so we can identify if there's something that's odd one out when we get there? Or Magos biologist?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. We'll say yes. Yeah. Yeah. I won't make you roll for that.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you can think of, Callie? Or
You've outthought me by several rounds already. I guess if there would be any record of criminal repercussions for anything that left that Agro world, because I'm still thinking there might be some sort of confirmat involved. I mean, I assume that none of the extant plantations would still exist under the control of the Imperium, but maybe in the past they were known to produce something that was unwholesome for the troops, as the previous complaint suggested. So anything in the criminal records?
yeah, if there's any reports of any infractionist activity down there.
And nothing out of the ordinary. There's always going to be some reports of, crimes and infractionists, but definitely well within the standard deviation of Agro world.
Mm-hmm. Again, yeah, nothing out of the ordinary.
All right, then I think we should find ourselves a public house to kill the time until our departure.
Mm-hmm. And again, then disseminate that info to everyone else so they're all on the same page.
All right. Excellent. So a couple days pass. You guys all meet up at the port to catch the ship up to the merchant marine vessel. And it's a massive void ship to go there. Now, most of it is just empty because they're going to pick up food to distribute throughout the sector and all. So, think of like those massive shipping things in the ocean that we have. There's a small crew, but there's tons of stuff loaded onto it and all. So it takes about a week of travel to get there. when you approach Reddim, you can see that there's these large space stations that are orbiting the planet that the essentially the ship you are on pulls up and docks to. When you get off, you're greeted by this person. He's extremely tall and pale, and he greets you. He's like going, "Welcome. My name is Gladius. I am here to in-process you if you are heading down to the planet, and make sure that you will not infect any of the crops."
Are we in disguise right now as Administratum staff?
That is up to you, but I would assume so.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So he gets out a little laser gun to read your badge. He goes and he looks at it. He's like, "On it. It appears that all your vaccines are current, and that you have been already cleared to go down." So going, we have a shuttle headed down in the next hour. If you head over there to our waiting area, you'll be able to catch that and head down to the planet Reddim.
So in my disguise as Administratum staff, I have a talent, which is secret identity. That if I'm dressed as overseer, I get a bit of a bonus. So nice. I'm going to, take on a very loud, boisterous sort of tone and ask, have they been getting problems with people infecting the, local, plans? Like, is that why this is necessary? Like, or is this just standard procedure? Just try to hit them up for information.
Yeah. When you do that, he kind of looks at it's just a standard procedure for Agro world. You understand that this food feeds all the hive worlds. And recently we've been granted a contract with the Astra Militarum, and we are now one of the sole providers of food for the Indomitus Crusade coming from this sector.
That is a blessed mission, and we will, bring light back to the Empire and back to the galaxy. So that is a noble cause. Do you also oversee what goes off planet? And because you mentioned to the Crusade, but also I'm sure elsewhere.
I do the inventory.
Okay.
Me and some others do inventory. He's like, if you would like to see the crates ready to ship out, they are being loaded onto the ship as we speak.
I think the crates and the manifests would be valuable for us.
Oh, of course. So he escorts you, and you go through a door, and it's very loud. There's all these high lifters and stuff moving these piles of crates. They're loading it up onto the void ship you were there. All the crates are made of like a ceramite, and they're marked. Most of it are marked for Astra Militarum use only. And he presents you a data slate with the inventory.
So if I look through the slate, or I imagine, well, is there a way that I can sort of share the slate or have the group look at it? Because what I'm trying to do is see if there's unusual export or unusual sort of activity on the manifest, like things you won't expect or weird numbers and things like that. How would I go about doing that?
I think it'd be no problem you passing the data slate to the others. Right.
Yeah, so I don't know if anyone's knowledgeable in that kind of work. Would that be
probably that.
Wilkes or yeah?
I can certainly have a look through it.
Yeah.
Right, because I'm wondering for all the things that are going off planet, like you have xenoweed, you have all that, you're selling to someone somewhere somehow.
No.
Right.
And Lucas, you don't even need to make a roll. Looking at it, you see that pretty much 90% of the product being shipped off of this is it's marked fruit of the Kudzoich plant and leaves of the Kudzoich plant, and almost all of that is marked to go to Astra Militarum. only things that are being shipped out that are not Kudzowicz plant are coming from the Kartovian estate, and they're marked to go to hive worlds.
Interesting. And then the Kartovich is going nowhere else other than hive worlds.
Yeah, and you could, since you're you used to bureaucracy, you could kind of go, okay, he doesn't have a contract with the Astra Militarum, essentially, is how you could read that pretty easily.
Okay. Maybe there's some jealousy going on there. Well, definitely someone's feeling a bit cut out of the loop that they didn't get in on the action when everyone else did.
I imagine the hive worlds have way more people than the Astro Militarum, right?
Oh yeah, of course they do.
But only 10%. Yeah, only 10% goes to the hive worlds. That seems a little off.
Well, if it's one agri world that's going to the Astra Militarum, the military still needs its food. I mean, the army still marches on its stomach, or after all these thousands of years. So it makes sense that they have a dedicated contract.
So there's other hive worlds. Yeah.
The so-called plant matter is going to supplement the normal feed. Does this Kudzowicz have some particular quality? Is this newly developed? Is this why there's different agricultural practices? Why they don't need pesticide? I mean, there could be a positive revolution as far as we know, except that if it were positive, why would Inspector Hahn have gotten silenced?
Oh, it was mentioned that the planet produces fruits as well as this leaf type stuff. So is it that Kartovian is still the fruit producer, and that then everything else, this weed, is then what's going to the Militarum?
Well, and if it's grown through heretical means, are we poisoning the Indomitus Crusade with heresy?
Well, it also would be a prime target for the arch enemy to strike at. So.
The Emperor protects. We hand the slate back. Everything appears in order. You served the Empire well.
Thank you. It's like going, enjoy your trip. Here's your pilot. And he points over and you see a man. He's wearing an eye patch the eye patch has got a little bit of moisture around it, and he's got a cowl up, and he comes over and he introduces himself. He's like, Gisburn, I've been sent to fly you down. From what I understand, you're headed to the Kartovian estate.
We are. What do you know about this Kartovian guy?
I work for him.
Oh, good man.
He's
fair taskmaster.
Yes. He is a very, very good man. He pays me, and that allows me to have a family. So yes, it's good man. You can give me an intuition.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Intuition. Ooh, 45. Let's see.
Is that all of us or just Simon?
Yeah. Probably
just
me. Okay. Just me.
Yeah.
I got a perfect 99.
Yeah, you have no idea. He goes.
I believe that 100%.
Why are you staring at me? It's like going, look. I know I'm missing an eye. Like, you don't have to point out that accidents.
That doesn't affect your depth perception when you're flying, does it?
The servitors take care of the landing.
Okay.
Yeah. You get the feeling that you might have offended him just with that fumble.
we might be in for a slightly bumpy landing.
I could help you with that eye. There are lots of perfect replacements that I could.
Oh, I couldn't afford a quality replacement, but I appreciate the offer. Okay, so you guys get on the ship, and you fly down. As you're coming into the planet, it's green. Everything is green. There's even like towers that are built up that there's plants growing on, kind of like how with chia pets you can get like the chia growing up on the sides of it and everything. So you get the impression that they built those structures just so they have more growing surface going on. As you fly along, you see that there's very few structures that aren't covered in it. There are some villages where you imagine that the workers live. And as you come down, you do see off in the distance large houses. Think like antebellum plantation homes and all. So those large things. He lands on a platform and goes, it's like, "Welcome to the Cartovian estate."
Thank you.
Did we see any, I mean, I don't know from agriculture, are there like, is it grids or is it splotches, the agriculture that we flew over?
Give me an awareness sight.
Well, heck, I got a 6, so
Nice.
whatever there is to learn.
Okay. Yeah. So when you were approaching, I would say probably 75% of the area that you could see coming down looked just uniformly green. As you approach where you were landing, you notice that here it was more like grids. And if you fly over like farmland, you see those circular things because they've got the irrigators that go in a circle. So you see all of that. And so that stuck out to you that most of the world that you could see was all this uniform green. But when you got to the Cartovian plantation, that it was obvious that he was growing different plants.
Right. So again, it's like this Kadul has harnessed a jungle, and our host is still doing things labor intensively and with chemicals and whatnot. Curious. Is there anyone, was anyone sent to meet us from the plantation?
Mm-hmm. When they open it up, you see a man standing there. He's extremely well dressed. He does have a hose going into his mouth to a oxygen supply on his back. He looks like he's probably been his life has been artificially extended for probably 50 or 60 years past the normal lifespan. And he steps up to greet you, and he goes, "Greetings. I am Stavros Cardovian. I understood that you were coming out here to inspect. I was wondering if that Han Lufgar would make a big enough impact to send out a official inspection team that could get something taken care of out here." But he doesn't reach out his hand to shake your hand. So.
Well, he certainly made an impact.
Oh, excellent. I was wondering. He was quite a withdrawn person, and he seemed to be that he wanted to go out and inspect things himself, and didn't want me or one of my assistants to accompany him.
I say he left some time ago. Yes.
Yes, it was over a standard month ago that he had left.
Yeah, did he presumably took regular transport back to Rokath, or to Vol rather?
I do not know. Last I had heard, he was going to go visit another plantation before he headed home, but he did not come back by here to let me know how it went.
Now, Mr. Cartovian, obviously, we understand the general nature of the problem, but from what we understand, your report speaks of work against the Emperor's teachings. These are serious claims. So we would like to understand a bit further, if we understood the message correctly.
Oh, you did. I do not make these claims lightly. My family have been here for millennia. We were one of the first ones to side with Macarius when the crusade happened. We sided with them.
True loyal sons of the Imperium, I see.
Indeed, and we have been planting the crops that were approved then, and without fail, despite people claiming that there is a better way. We all know that change leads to corruption. So I am quite disturbed that my fellow plantation owners have decided to use a new crop and claim that it produces more food and doesn't hurt the workers as much. Well, those workers should be grateful that they can live on such a beautiful planet here. What is they're blessed. They could be living in a hive.
And your plans feed the hive worlds, I understand.
Oh, yes, because they can't feed themselves. They rely on us, the job creators.
Absolutely.
To help out.
And yet, what we see is your plantation, as we're flying in, seems very different from the others in both, obviously, the nature of the plant, but also who you feed. It seems like the other plantations have a different audience.
Well, they have been able to sign contracts with the Militarum to supply food for them. I unfortunately was not able to because by following the imperial directives properly, of course, my costs are slightly higher. And so the Militarum, looking to save money, decided to go with them. But as I know, the administrator will correct this error quickly.
Of course, nothing is, too good for the Indomitus Crusade. How dare anyone suggest the Imperium, of all things, would try to cheap out on the soldiers? That's preposterous.
Right. We should thank them for their service.
Absolutely. They only deserve the best.
See, we are like mind.
Mr. Kartovian, do you know what brought upon these changes? Why your colleagues, if I may say so, on this planet decided to change their methods? Was it just out of the blue? Did they get
No, there was a agronomist, expert in crops. He came and said that he could help us be more efficient, and that there was a new plant that was he claims was sanctioned, but however he never gave us the paperwork proving it was sanctioned. This kudzoich, that planting it we wouldn't need to import chemicals to help grow it, and that it will grow extremely quickly with minimal work.
And is he still on the planet?
I do not know. I told him to leave my estate and not come back. I would not listen to it.
Very wise.
And do you have reports from your neighbors? How is this Kudzoich doing?
And with that, he kind of hesitates for a bit. He's like, on it. Even I must admit that is a extremely prolific plant. It grows extraordinarily fast, and is without minimal effort.
Did they ever produce any environmental impact studies on the plant? Because something grows quickly doesn't mean that it's not damaging and invasive.
Not that I am aware.
Your farm, as we flew in, seemed the better organized of anything that we saw. I'm wondering if this Kudzoich has grown out of control. That's what we're here to look into, to see what's going on. Are you aware of any religious violations?
Well, the cathedral on my plantation is run by Zacharias, and we still follow the ancient imperial creed. Now, from what I understand, they had a synod where they met and voted on whether or not to accept the emperor as almost a man made of plants. Like a green man.
What?
It's ridiculous.
I agree. My man Zacharias, he said he voted against it, but he was outvoted 5-1, and that they officially filed it, and it was approved by the ecclesiarchy.
We're talking about the Obnatus Beatus.
Yes.
Do the other 5 votes also are associated with plantation owners who are growing this weed?
Well, of course, as a plantation owner, I don't control what the church teaches, but each plantation has their own church, so we can preach to the workers.
And all of them voted in the Senate.
All voted to support the.
It may be a psychological aberration caused by all of the plant life around. I've heard that the ancients used to worship the sun because, of course, every day they saw the sun. Maybe they begin to think that plants are divine because they see plants every day. I don't know.
Which sun, sister?
Whichever sun.
I guess you get used to the smell of all this plant matter over time. You haven't attempted to grow any of the Kudzoich yourself? You weren't curious to have an experimental patch?
One of my chief scientists, he's run some tests on it, and he advised against it.
What's his name?
His name is Geonosis.
Did he say why?
He said that he didn't like the sap.
And how is the stuff processed into something useful as food or a supplement? Is it just chewed on like an animal would do, or?
You'd have to talk to one of the workers on how that happens. You understand, being in the owner and the management, I don't get into all the weeds and all of how that works.
Of course, you can't clutter your brain with useless information. You have more important things to do.
Exactly. It's like, would you like to head to my home?
Yes, that would be nice.
So,
can I ask, Han Lufgar was going to a plantation the last time you saw him. Do you know which plantation?
I don't remember.
Okay.
He was headed out. I'm sure he told me, but I had more important things to worry about than where he was going.
Can I tell that he's lying?
You can give it intuition. Yep.
Not my strong suit, but worth a try. Nope. 65 will not do it.
Yeah. All right. So he takes you down a couple steps, and you come to this large vehicle. It looks like almost a hovercraft essentially, and the pilot that brought you down, hops into the seat, and you guys kind of take off, and you're just flying maybe about 10 feet off of the ground over it, and it takes about an hour of flight to get there because these are massive plantations that they have. And they land, and you can see this huge home. It's 3 stories, large balconies, and you see some servitors out there maintaining the plant life, shaping the topiaries to be in pleasing images. There's a fountain with water spraying out and all. You can see off in the distance, you can see a cathedral, and on the other side of that, this large, looks like a water purification plant that is running. So
While we're on the flight over, I'll whip out the data slate and ping the last one of the last 3 lines of the transcript from the message that we have, saying that he was going. That it was garble garble garble. Meet with Jethro Credul, largest plantation owner, to see if he shares Cartovian's concerns. So that may be where he was going.
and you say that out loud?
No. So I'll ping it over the data slate.
Okay, yeah.
It's possible.
Well, why wouldn't he tell us? Is he looking to incriminate Credul?
You may have just honestly forgotten.
And we're just texting each other rapidly. Yeah?
They're at best competitors, more likely enemies, particularly as, Credul's got the larger cut right now of this new endeavor.
I mean, there's grudges, but there's also the business of it all. The fact that for, was it years, he's held out on not trying to grow this plant, there must be a very compelling reason. And I don't know how much science trumps profit. So we should talk to the scientists or at least review the report.
Yeah, again, ping back by a data slate. Again, there's the issue that if they're highborn or at the very least nobles, they're all out to stab each other in the back anyway. So they're always going to be at each other's throats to try and get one up on the other, even for the pettiest of reasons.
I mean, this house would contain 6,000 of us, and they have a staff of 8 or something. So they're obviously swine. I'm really, looking forward to the point where I get to start killing people, but I don't think, in the meantime, sister, I suppose you should talk to the priest. I suppose, Timotheus, you should talk to his plant scientist. Wilkes, I'm sure there's some research to do. I'm going to pace the fields angrily and imagine firing on every... Are there birds here?
Oh,
yeah, probably.
really?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't think on a world like this they would have wiped out anything that would hurt the plants.
Well, they might, don't birds also propagate, or I don't know. I mean, I'm not used to... God, it's choking, the oxygen.
Yeah, the atmosphere is far too healthy here.
All right. So you land, and a servant comes over. He opens the door. He's wearing gloves, but you notice the left hand, like the fingers, like they're kind of hang down, like he's missing some fingers on his left hand. He's kind of covering it up. He opens the door and he goes, "Welcome back, sir, and I have your guest rooms made up already."
All right, perfect. What happened with your hand?
He goes, I was born this way, sir. sorry, my mother had an accident when I was in the womb.
Is Stavros still with us, or
He got off, and he's
okay?
not that far away, but he's kind of walking along. He's kind of, you get the impression, need an intuition that, he's noble, you're beneath him. He doesn't need to worry about you.
So leaning a bit closer to sort of the guy with the hand, I'm going to say, is this common? Has it been common? We understand that, some of the fertilizers or some of the things have been causing effects. But this is part of what we're trying to do, is to make things safer for everyone.
Right. Give me a rapport charm.
Can
I'll give you
I-
a plus 20 for it.
Okay. And I could talk about, we've seen some of the other reports. Ooh, okay, let's see. I got 05, and my
Nice.
charm is... So my rapport is 30. So with your plus 20, it'd be 5 successes.
Yeah, when you say that, he goes, unfortunately, from a lot of our families are deformed. The water is not properly purified. The plant hasn't worked for, decades to purify the water, and the chemicals leach into the water supply. And my son himself, his right arm is completely useless from my wife drinking water.
Is it the same on every plantation? It's the entire... I'm sure
He's like,
it's like this everywhere.
Like I've heard that the babies on the other plantations are not deformed anymore.
Wait, how?
And you got a plus 5, right?
Correct.
He goes,
That seems insane.
It's like I'm telling you, my wife and I were thinking about having another.
Yeah.
We won't have a child here.
Not. Oh, is it that much better? Is there anyone from
well,
those other plantations you could?
Which would you prefer? Your child risking a mutation or not?
Oh, mutation is the work of the archenemy. Of course not. Is there anyone on the other plantations you could put us in touch with? Someone, I mean, surely you know people.
He kind of looks around, and he's like, there is a man here in the village that you might want to speak with.
Right, because again, we want to look out for heresy, and if we can eliminate mutation, then surely the emperor will bless this work.
Yes. He's like going, come to the village. I'll introduce you to Isaiah.
Isaiah, absolutely. Isaiah. Thank you. And then we just continue towards the rooms, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Right. You're greeted at the door by a servant. Her arm, like if you've ever seen someone that had polio in one of their limbs, it's kind of like that. And he's like, he greets you. He's like, do you need assistance with your bags?
No, I'm good.
Yes.
As I pull out my sniper rifle around.
I will take you to your rooms.
I won't say no to having hired help to do the work, do the lifting for me for once. So hey, when in decadent, highborn Rome, indulge.
Yeah. When you do that, he has a servitor comes over and he picks up your luggage. They take you up on there. So you go to a elevator that lifts you up to the second floor. He escorts you down to some rooms, opens it up, and he's like going, here are your rooms. It's like going, I hope you find them satisfactory.
Does Mr. Kartovian have lots of guests from time to time?
Uh, no, not often, but no, one must always be ready.
You've been with the household long.
Yes, I'm fourth generation working here.
Ah, well, we had a friend who was here not that long ago, Inspector Han Lufker. If you remember, you mentioned there hasn't been much visitors. Hopefully, you
Oh
remember him.
yes, I remember.
Yeah,
Well,
a more quiet man. Yeah,
yes, he was, but he was very polite.
that's
Very,
good. That's
very
good.
nice.
Um, do you remember? I'm sure after he left, the rooms were cleaned. Was there anything left from his room that maybe he had forgotten to pick up or bring along?
You know, he had left a pamphlet behind.
Oh,
That was what you were looking
he,
for?
well, he mentioned if we were going to be around, he forgot something, but then he never told us exactly what. It might have been is it just a common pamphlet or what is it? Like if you still have it, yeah.
I well, I can go get it. Of course, I don't have it on me.
Of course, that would be appreciated. Then we could bring it back to the inspector next time we see him.
Oh, of course. Because I will go get it. I am sure we had it set up to be filed away.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So when they your rooms in there, they've got large beds. You see that he expects you to sleep two to a room with the sister having her own room. And then looking out the window to the south, you can see out there. You can see the village of the where the workers are at, probably about 10 miles away. But you can kind of see it because it's the only thing that's not green besides the cathedral and the water purification plant.
Purification doing such a good job there.
Mm-hmm.
So what time is it now?
I will say it's midday.
Um, I think I want to check out the purification plant.
Okay. Yeah.
Is there any purpose in having a putrefaction plant? Like, if they're poisoning the staff, is it intentional, possibly? Does he want to somehow...
Or just he's cheap and is poorly maintained?
That's what I want to find out.
Timotheus, I'll accompany you for safety purposes.
Oh.
God knows I can't tell an in valve from an out valve or a bivalve or... God, this air is making me feel kind of heady. There's no... I can't smell rust at all.
And don't you feel like naked without any ceilings or
I mean,
all this open space everywhere?
Yeah, it's really not natural.
No. But thanks if you want to accompany me.
I'm also going to inquire about the local church.
Okay.
And see about visiting.
Yeah. I'll be, yep. So the local church is about 5 miles. It's from here. You can see the spires sticking up and all. But, if you want transport there, the servants would be more than happily to take you there.
Okay. And what time of day is it now? Evening?
It's midday.
Midday. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think I'll ask for transport to go there.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Right.
I believe in getting the lay of the land, so if I can find anyone in the estate that has access to either the estate like estate maps, or even wider territory. So even planet wide, if need be, trying to get the idea of where things are in relation to one another, and so on and so forth.
Right. Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll do Simo first. So that servant, he comes back, and in his arm that is underdeveloped, he's got a pamphlet in it, and he hands it over to you. And the pamphlet's like, it's a trifold. On the front is a picture of all this green plants. It looks very healthy and all. And when you unfold it, this is what it says.
Why should you switch to cut switch? Ivan L. Markar. Studies have shown that most plantation expenses is from the chemicals and fertilizers required to keep the crop producing. What if there was a plant that grew at thrice the rate of your current crop and did not require chemicals to grow? Imagine the savings and profit that could be achieved. There is such a plant. Cut switch. A fast-growing vine was found on the world just outside of the solar system. It has been found to grow in all types of planets, and its fruit is juicy and nutritious. As an added bonus, its leaves can be harvested also and processed into food. You will not regret switching to Cut Switch, and the extra profit will secure your family for generations. Contact Ivan L. Markar for details on how you can start growing Cut Switch today. So I read the pamphlet, I pass it along. Is this Ivan L. Markar someone we know or can research, Mr. Wilkes?
Yeah, I mean, you've never heard that name before.
Is there anyone on or has the estate got a library or access to?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Library and like accounting area.
Yeah. In which case, go diving for info on this fella. See if his name pops up anywhere.
Okay.
Failing that, ask around.
Yeah. You spend a little bit of time in there. His name's not on the payroll or even mentioned in any of the documents for that.
So he's not someone they've dealt with directly, or maybe they deliberately don't want to deal with him if he's someone that they don't like.
Can we check like just the Imperium database to see if he's like what company he might work for or something like that? It's a common name, I'm sure, but and a planet just right outside of Sol, that should be charted space. There should be no surprises.
That is a hell of a long way from here.
It's the heart of the Imperium.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Timothy S. Kiley and Sister Helza, the guy that flew you here, he's got his eye patch. He's like on Gisborne. He's like going, oh, I was informed that you were requesting travel. I think one person is going to the cathedral and someone else is going to the plant.
You could probably guess who's going to light some candles.
Yes.
Oh, well, yeah.
You can drop me off there first and then escort them around wherever they want to go.
Okay. Oh, of course. And so he takes you down. Now, it's not as nice of a vehicle as the Noble rode in, but it will get you around quickly. So he takes off, and first he pulls up to the cathedral, and he drops you off, sister. And then he, get out. Then he heads over to the water purification plant. So, sister, in here, there's always variations in church based on where they're at, all, but everything about it looks like well within imperial standards for an imperial church.
Just an overemphasis on green.
Yeah, yeah. When you go inside, you see the murals and the stained glass paintings. You notice that all of them, the emperor is portrayed in his golden armor, which is makes him look much more glorious. And you up at the pulpit, there's a man writing in a book, and when you come in, he's like going, "Oh, greetings! Services will be starting in a few hours."
I'm visiting from off-world. I'm Sister Helza Scorned.
Oh, well, welcome.
I just felt that it was necessary for me to come here first and pay my respects.
Well, I am very grateful to have you here, sister. Like, my name is Zarchias. I am the priest of this plantation.
Ah, and you're a follower of the Obnatus Beatus?
No, I do not follow that sect of the Imperial. I voted against adopting that.
Actually, I was told that. I'd forgotten. Yes. I've never come into contact with anyone from the Obnatus Beatus. I'm curious. What do you think? Be honest.
Well, I don't like how they refer to the emperor as father. It bothers me that they call him father. I believe that only the Primarch should have the honor to refer to him as father. But they claim that helps the populace more relate to him, which I don't believe you should. Should you be able to relate to a god? I can't. But
Yes, there have been small heresies in the past dealing with the concept that God is our friend, God is our buddy, and the familiarity reduces the very concept of God. The Emperor is our God. He's not our buddy. He's not our friend. We live and die for him.
Exactly. He protects us because we serve him, not that because he cares. I mean, he cares, but look, what is my life compared to his concerns of the galaxy?
That's true. That is exactly. And we should all be humble before him, not walk up to him, shake his hand, and say, "Hey, buddy."
No. Also, I don't like how they portray him wearing leaves and made out of leaves. They claim that since he creates all life and life comes from plants that you can eat. It was strange, but I was outvoted and they stamped it. But I like to know that I give others a different option, what I feel is a more pure and accurate option.
You have a lot of parishioners or no?
Oh, all the ones that are all the ones that here on this plantation. Although I will let you know that unfortunately there have been less attendees. I think the populace has gotten tired of Kartovian's ways. He's a holy man, but sometimes he can be quite stubborn.
I believe that you are on the correct path, and just keep following the traditions, and I'll look more into this Obnatus Beatus. They were approved, but perhaps they need a little bit closer examination.
Yes.
They're right on the edge of what might be considered heresy.
I agree. I would appreciate that very much, sister.
And if I find that they've gone a little too past that point, we'll have to do something serious about it.
Indeed. It's
What do you
wonderful to
think
meet
of
you.
this?
Oh,
What do you
yes.
think of this weird plant they're growing? Not a traditional plant at all. It's growing weird.
Well, I'm not a biologist or someone that studies plants, but it grows exceptionally fast. And I've last time I went to a visited one of my fellow priests, I noticed that it had actually pulled down a couple of the spires of their cathedral. It grows on everything, chokes out all life except for it.
And they eat it. Have you eaten it? Have you tasted it?
I have tasted the fruit. It is quite sweet.
No. Well, I mean, I don't like change very much.
I don't either.
Change should not happen overnight. It should take hundreds and hundreds of years if anything at all.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I'm going to come over here and say my prayers.
Oh, of course. Right.
And I hope to come later for the services.
Right. Timotheus and Kali, so you guys get to the water purification plant. When you get out, you can see that most of the metal here is kind of rusted, like it hasn't been taken care of in a while. You do hear machinery running inside, and when you get out, a worker, he comes limping up. You see that it's his leg is malformed. He goes, "Yes, this site is off limits. We keep the water clean."
Yeah, my good men, we are guests of your master Cartovian, and we are also administrata, so nothing is off limits to us. But you could give us a tour if you'd like.
Do you have any identification? You understand?
I'll show him what we got.
Okay. But when he sees that, he's like going, "Oh, inspectors, of course, of course. I'm sorry. You understand it's my job to keep the plant running."
Of course, security is important. I'm sure you saw the last inspector, Han Luthgar. Do you remember him?
Yeah, he did come by. We're going to work and get the issues fixed that he wrote us up. But you understand, it was barely a month ago. Parts take a while to order and install.
There's not a transport here every day. Has your family worked for the Cartovians for long?
Oh yes, yes. We go back many years. We were one of the original families here. I can trace my lineage back to working here through 10 generations.
And did all 10 generations suffer from the apparent taint that seems to afflict so many of the workers here?
Well, I didn't know my grandfather, but from what I understand, he did not. Like,
Do you think that the recent difficulties so many workers here have suffered have to do with the chemicals on this plantation, or do you think the source is something else?
with that, he kind of looks around. He's like going, Is this going in an official inspection report, which Kartovian will read?
Certainly not. We are investigating unilaterally without preference.
He goes, since you have a tech priest with you, I will tell you that the litanies to keep the machine spirit happy have been forgotten, and the machines inside the plant, they run, but they no longer perform what they're supposed to. The water comes out, and you can still see chemicals floating in it as it gets pumped down into the wells to be sent to the populace. I've tried to work on it, but I'm no tech priest. I don't know how to appease the machine spirit.
Father Sophium, you might be able to do these people a great deal of help.
Yeah, I can have a look at the purification plant. Maybe try and see if I can connect with the spirit a little better than you could.
Okay. So when you come inside, I mean, you know, it's a plant, so everything's running quite loud and all, and you can definitely see what he was talking about, where the water is flowing out from all of it. You know how if you see gasoline and water, it's got that like rainbow. That's essentially what the water pool coming out of this looks like, and then that's being sent on down to the drinking supply, the drinking water supply.
Okay, so it's not even subtle. It's like visibly tainted going out.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a tech engineering.
While he's doing that, I'd like to do a sort of security walk to see whether there's any external tampering or,
Okay. Okay.
you know.
I rolled an 04 on my 60.
Okay. For you, looking at it, it's just machineries break down. You know, if people don't maintain it, and you can definitely see that, you know, they have not been saying the proper litanies to keep the machine spirit happy. So the motive force for these machines it's starting to break down. You think you could repair it, but it's going to take some work and all to get it working again. Oh, and you know, our terms, essentially the filter's worn out.
Okay. It breaks my mechanical heart if they don't, maintain the machines.
Exactly.
I gotta say. Okay, I'll think about what I would need to fix it and everything, but I would first likely want to discuss this with the rest if we want to take these actions or not.
Yeah, and
I've learned my lesson. I'll not go behind the back.
As you kind of go around, you don't see any sign of sabotage. You get the feel that, like, you know, no one's gotten in here. It's just old.
Yeah, and probably indications of failing morale.
Yeah.
The paint's flaking off the stairwells kind of stuff. It might be they're underfunded or that they don't give a flying, but either way. Yeah.
Can I get an indication of how long the machine has been malfunctioning or not working properly?
How many? You rolled an 05, right? And so you got
on the 60.
So you got
5 plus 6.
So yeah. With that, probably a couple decades.
It's not the first time I hear a couple decades tonight. Okay. That's what I was going for. Anything else I can learn from here?
No. It's
if
just
I examine the water, like what's in there, that's probably a different role, right?
no, because you got a +6 on that. We'll just say, you actually think that the water purification plant is probably doing the water worse because, like, the machinery is breaking down, so the oils and stuff in the machinery to keep it running are actually leaching into the water that's coming in to get purified. So not only is the chemicals they're using to spray the plants, getting into the water, then the chemicals from the machinery that are supposed to keep it clean is leaking into it. And yeah, it's just
So
Okay.
I'd like to ask the tech priest, does this mean that the greenery that they're shipping out to the hive worlds is also tainted with this stuff?
Well, and I don't know much about plants and everything.
yeah,
At least
yeah,
I don't want to see any of these living green things. Like out of game, I would say yeah, but my character definitely would not know anything about it and
yeah.
would not care. Yeah, I'll send this through to the rest.
Okay. Right. Okay. Lucas, what were you doing again? I'm sorry.
Going to get maps of the estate and, if anything, a bit further afield, looking at neighbouring plantations and, if I can, planetary scale, but depends on where we need to go otherwise. Mainly looking to see if we can get a handle on where this, get his name again, Jethro is
Yep.
in relation to their plantation, and knowing what's on our doorstep, because it's always helpful to know the terrain.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Give me a logic investigation.
Yep. So that will
And you
be...
can find maps, but interpreting it is what you're really rolling for.
Gotcha. Uh, uh, So would this count for data delver, as in retrieving information from documents or archives, so analog or digital?
Sure. Yeah.
I will flip my 60 into an 06, so that's again
Nice.
5 degrees.
Okay, yeah. What you find on there now, like the world maps, is kind of like if we look at a map of the Earth, you're like, okay, there's Sudan, but you really find a lot out about it. But zooming in on this section where you guys are at, you see that there is 5 other plantations here uh, that are nearby. Now we're talking like nearby, as in size of the United Kingdom. Each plantation is and stuff. So they're
Country
massive.
across.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It looks like Jetro Crudials is the second furthest away from Stavros's Cartovian. There's one other plantation just a little bit further, and Mess Tornaires is the furthest away plantation.
We haven't. Has his name come up or their
No,
name come up?
it has not.
Okay. Make a note of that for later.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. And have they got anything in their library about this Kudzo plant or Cud switch thing?
Not in the plantation library, no.
This is where I know a little bit about the law thing. Do regular folks have access to the noosphere so that we can look it up a bit like the internet?
No.
Okay. So
That's purely the Mechanicus, if I understand it.
gotcha. In which case, there's mention that there was a village nearby.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Would they have an uplink so that we can access Imperial records otherwise?
You get an impression probably not, because no, it essentially like this is an antebellum plantation, so this is where like the village is kind of where the slaves lived, but
Gotcha.
they're paid. They just have to buy everything from here, so which costs more than what they get paid. So
Captive audience, yeah.
mm-hmm.
Okay. So the only staff we've seen, were they all servitors?
No, no, there's been some people that aren't. Like the guy that escorted you to your room, he wasn't a servitor. The servitors were the ones that carried the bags.
Ah, gotcha.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll see if I can go find our friendly neighborhood meat sack then.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Finding one.
Mhm. Right. Just got a couple of questions for you if you've got a few moments.
Oh, of course, of course. Anything for a guest of the master.
Mhm. Um, I remember it being mentioned that Mr. Kartovian had a was it a biologist that he mentioned he had his
Oh
advisor?
yes. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Geonosis.
that's it. Is he? Are we able to speak to him?
Uh, he's ill, sir.
Oh, oh, what's up with him?
He, well, he doesn't let anyone in. He says that it's quite bad, but I got a peek in. He's got pustules on him. Must be some type of allergic reaction.
Oh, that doesn't sound good at all.
No, 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 sir. No, not at all.
Hmm. Well, it would be rather inconvenient for our reports because I have a feeling I'm very much, or we are going to very much need to speak to him. Um, is it something that maybe we could have a word with Mr. Kartovian to arrange? If you could show me to him?
Oh, I can take you to the master. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep, I'll
Okay. Yeah.
follow
So
along behind him.
got it. All right. Simo, what were you doing at the well there? I know you had read your pamphlet and all.
Right. So yeah, I think the pamphlet, and then while they're looking at um the rest of the, I guess, plantation, I'm just gonna walk around, and as I do, I'm gonna look for of the few sort of human servants. If
Mm-hmm.
anyone is paying us a bit too much attention.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me an intuition human.
Yeah. And as we do that, can I use my talent, ever vigilant, which gives me a +1 to detect
Of
any hidden
course.
enemies?
Of course you can.
Perfect. Let me do that. All right. So I got a 27. My intuition is 40. So that'd be 2 success +1 from ever
Okay.
vigilant. So 3
Yeah.
success.
No, you
Okay.
don't notice
Good.
anyone. Okay. All right. All right. So Lucas, you get escorted up and knocks on the door, and when you come in, you see Starvos. He's getting this suit. He's getting fitted for a new outfit, and all there's some servitors measuring him, and there's a person there that's making notes. So he's like, "Oh, I think a little bit of a frilly lace on the collar would look quite nice, sir." He, when you come in, he's like, "Going, oh, may I help you?"
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. And I quite agree actually that lace would be a nice addition there. Um,
Oh,
we
thank you.
we understand your biologist has been taken ill.
Uh, that's what I've heard. I had a report brought to me. I haven't seen the man, but I wouldn't want to be around someone that is ill.
No, no, very quite right. Um, I have a feeling though that for our reports, especially as we're going to have to do some fairly comprehensive details in certain sections, obviously. And he is the person with the most specialist knowledge in this field. It would be very helpful for us to speak to him. As such, do you have, oh, first of all, would you be willing to let us see him? But obviously, once this leads into my second question, do you have any personal protection equipment that we can borrow to go and see him with if this is a communicable problem that, as you said, he's fallen down with something, we don't want to pass it on to you if we end up catching something from him.
Oh, yeah. When you say it that way, he's like, oh, it's like, I think I do have some, I think there might be some older personal protective equipment. My father, he felt that the workers should wear PPE when they're spraying the chemicals and all. I felt that was a little wasteful, but there's probably still some kept in a storage facility down in the basement and all. But yeah, as long as you wear that, I'd be more than you. You could, of course, talk to Genosis.
Yeah, because the last thing we want to do is spread it around the house, and especially risk yourself in the process.
Indeed, indeed. And I'm glad you like the lace. We do have a meeting in 2 days of the nobles. We're going to come up with our plan for the next annual year. And you and your friends are, of course, invited. I'm having suits made out for you. We scanned you when you came in. We know your sizes.
Oh, pleasure. Yeah, I think I could speak to the others and say that would be a wonderful thing for us to partake in.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Oh, would they all prefer lacy collars?
I think that'd be great. I mean, you're obviously a more fashionable person than ourselves, so.
Oh, well, I will have them sewn up for you. I'll supply a bill for the administratum, of course.
Just grit my teeth.
All right. Okay. The three people that had left the estate, the sister, after you finish your prayers, would you like to go somewhere else?
Maybe to the village.
Okay. Yeah. And how about Timotheus and Kali?
What do you think, Kali?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like talking to locals is important
All
too,
right. Okay.
who aren't all beholden to the household, or as beholden, or as afraid of.
Right. So, we'll say the vehicle, Gisburn, he picks you up. You had like a little thing that you could kind of beep him. He picks you up. He drives you down there, and all of you can give me the right roll here. A navigation surface plus 20.
So I just have navigation plus 20 is 65 then, and I want to check something else, but let's do this roll first.
What you said plus 20. How do we do that?
So if your skill's like 30, your skill's now 50 when you roll.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I only have a 25, but I rolled a 45. So with my plus 20, I'm squeaking in.
Right.
with that, I got 3 successes.
Nice.
I'm squeaking out.
Kina.
Okay.
67 on 65.
Okay. All right. What you notice with those successes, you notice that it's almost that the village is built, and it's almost like it's built in this way. So all the water, so not even the stuff going through the purification plant, all the other water is going to flow down to it. So all the runoff from the chemicals and everything else is going to flow on down to the village. So even if the water plant was working, they were still going to be getting polluted from just natural runoff of industrial farms.
And if I'm with Kali and was somebody else with us?
Me.
Yeah, Timothy.
Yeah. Timotheus, the danger certain chemicals pose to biologicals. You probably have to compensate for that when you're actually doing surgery and stuff on them. I'm getting this strong. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh yeah, I was just going to say, if you don't have any, good replacement organs or anything, they can be quite hazardous.
I'm thinking that starting to feel like Mr. Kartovian is really cutting costs. He said that his old-fashioned methods are more expensive, but it sounds like he's cutting costs by sacrificing the health and welfare of his workers.
And I'm no economist, but if you cut back on those things, your workers become less productive over time. I mean, if you only have one leg or one arm, it seems that you're not saving anything in the end.
It's an old false way. I mean, it's not an educated way of thinking. Obviously, if you have a vehicle, it's a great vehicle, but if you don't maintain it, then it becomes a liability. It becomes less efficient. So if you don't feed your workers, and
you're both so faith-based, you're so unaccustomed to reality. I think that the master of the house likes the fact that his servants limp around. It's just an indication that he's old money and they're lesser than he is. It's not about anything practical. He's not concerned. My question is whether or not this alien plant that came from the center of the galactic system is actually safe to be consumed by our armed forces.
The priest has told me, I mean, he said that it tastes fairly good, but he said that it grows so quickly it's overrunning the planet. It's actually tearing down the spires of the cathedral.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe that this new protocol is well outside of anything the Emperor would condone.
Well, we have a conflict of ideas in my head. We've got a man who doesn't care about his workers, and I think that he's cutting costs. But at the same time, he's not picking the cheaper crop. Does he think that it makes his more valuable because it's more traditional?
Sister, I'm surprised at this line of questioning. If the rest of the planet has decided to worship the green man in an obviously at least eccentric, if not downright forbidden sectarian schism, I mean, they're clearly in the wrong.
Well, I haven't investigated far enough for that, but the greed of human beings.
Is that not part of the will of the Emperor? As long as the greed is in service to his will, isn't that not how we're driven?
I don't know. Let's not debate theology.
I too do not trust the new.
I wanted to check, like, with the vehicle that we're in, see if they can maintain this thing, because they are having issues with the water plantation.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, they are different things to maintain, but still, if you can do the one, you could probably do something with the other.
Give me a tech engineering.
Tech engineering, 46 over 60, so that's +1.
Okay. Yeah, it does. It does seem like this vehicle's been maintained.
So they would have somebody with the knowledge to. Okay.
Maybe only one person.
Totally different. Enough. Yeah, okay. Totally different line of questioning than you were on, but I was just wondering this. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
He might have one person to maintain that, and then he can't maintain everything.
Well, it's true. Yeah. I mean, everything.
The water supply is pretty.
Everything needs water. Presumably, the hovercraft needs water too. So they might be getting a privileged source. They might be a privileged source for some things.
Let's restate, why have we come here? We've come here to find out, I think, on different purposes. My purpose is to see if this this Obnatus Beatus poses any kind of heretical danger to the cult, but also to find out whether what the other farmers are doing is heretical.
Well, the Inquisitor sent an inspector here, and the Inquisitor's inspector did not come back. So we are responsible to solve that problem. And obviously, at this distance and with this enormous incongruity of behavior here, there's a larger matter. Again, I didn't think we were going to find Han Luthger alive under any circumstances. If we do, I pity him. But we do need to make our way to the credule complex with the authority of the Inquisitor behind us and find out the other side of things. On one side, we have, I guess, decadence, right? We have an old family, an old creed, old methodologies, some innate cruelty and sloppiness. But as far as we know, they're not poisoning the hive worlds with their, greens and pulps and whatever. This other material, this new Kudzovich, and this, I don't know who. It's Ivan Al something is. I don't know. Makhtar. I don't know who Ivan Al Makhtar is. He could actually have invaded us with an intentionally insidious xenobiological specimen. These people are in such a backwater. Think of that. They prefer to see all this sky when they could be safely underground.
So you guys get dropped off in the village. You see there are people about children. There are children maybe until about they're 5 years old before they have to start, earning their keep, like, instead of being freeloaders. The children kind of moving around. You can all see them, and some of them, they've got like, what was that? They've all got deformities of some kind, like, I can't remember that chemical that they put out. Thalidomide, yeah. So that kind of thing, So there's obviously that, like, the chemicals have been getting in as they're forming in the womb, and so they're constantly there. But like when everyone's kind of got like a little deformity, people kind of accept it. But yeah, it's not a happy scene.
Does the village also look does it look impoverished and broken, or is it just that people are not in great shape?
It looks impoverished. So, they're essentially like on the level of serfs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's muddy. There's some filth. The shelter isn't great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No. But there is like, so like all communities, no matter how poor, they do have like a building that's kind of like their public space where they gather. So like a pub of some kind, and all humans will naturally want to have contact in the community spot they'll go to. Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to drink anything here.
I don't want to breathe anything here, or
I don't
my
want to
desire
be
to,
here, but
yeah,
yeah.
my desire to set everything on fire is significant, but we should figure out what we can and get out. And I'm not great at talking to these
And
people.
and if we believe that Hun Lofkar was gotten rid of, then we might be in considerable danger ourselves. We don't know who the enemy is here.
Well, we have the advantage of instead of being a mere inspector who is somewhat clueless, we are 5 fake inspectors who are alarmed.
Let's come up with wait, do we have a way to contact each other, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
you have Vox speeds.
Yeah.
Well, they got
So
like
some sort of code word that if we say it, it means we're under attack.
okay.
But we are hours away, or at least we need to be in position if you need support soon.
Yeah.
Let's use the secret
point.
code word. Sanfer pues Wingisco Gidiquid Anthropo Santa Cilio go go go.
Yeah.
Always
I-
keep
you
it
know.
simple.
Help.
Or we could try eggplant.
Yeah.
Eggplant. What's an eggplant?
Yeah.
It's how you grow eggs. On
Oh,
horrible,
egg factory, eggplant. Yes, yes.
yeah. Yeah, on places
Exactly.
like this. I think
right.
we should do a quick interview. Maybe the scientisty of you could test some of these poor people, and then we should scoot off and visit Jetro and his farm of the future.
Yeah, I think it's good to get the different perspective. It seems
Do we want to meet with ISAM tonight? He might be the guy that we were pointed to, like the village contact.
Yeah, he was the guy that came back to the village from the other plantation.
Right, right.
Yeah, he's probably opinionated for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll cut over to Wilkes after we take a quick break.
Cool.
5 minutes later.
Okay, so Wilkes, go down and you find in the storage, you find this old personal protective equipment. Give me I want to do a luck, but I'll just have you do just give me a awareness sight.
Okay. My dice love extremes, so that's a fail with 4 SL.
Yeah, this suit looks fine. Yeah.
I've got my filtration plugs as well anyway.
Yeah.
Been a good old hive welder, so I've got my stuff. So yeah, I'll don all this stuff and get my plugs out if need be.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So you get that on, and then you come to the room where the guy's at. When you knock, you hear a voice, kind of weak. He's like, "Who is it?"
Hello, my name's Wilkes. I'm with the Administratum inspection team. I'd like a couple of minutes of your time, if possible. I understand I've already been told you're not feeling too well, so I'll keep my distance. Don't worry.
Okay. Yeah. Come on in.
And yep, I'll go on in. I have my picture recorder ready as well to capture any video documentation of this as well.
Okay. So this guy, he's sitting in a chair. He's got petri dishes and all these things around. And what you see he's got snips of plants, and you see some of it are vines that you hadn't seen before. But the vine where it's been clipped, leaking out of it is this kind of white reddish thing. It reminds you of like if you've popped a very bloody zit. Is that consistency. It's kind of leaking out. And when he turns around, you can give me a discipline fear.
This is why I took that specialization, because I knew this stuff would come up. Right, come on. I'll actually spend a fate to give me advantage on this.
Okay, okay.
Because say, knowing how my dice have been pretty shitty so far, I'm gonna spend one of that. Oh, I don't need to. 35 is dead on my spec.
All right. So when he turns around, you see on his hands and on his face, he's got these pustules that are kind of there, and they're kind of throbbing. The reason he had to make it, one of them that's like kind of right here on his neck, you actually see something like moving around inside of it.
So something parasitical in there.
Yeah, yeah.
I am definitely not getting anywhere near him.
Mm-hmm. He's like going, sorry, I've apparently had some kind of allergic reaction to the sap.
Yeah, I can see. I mean, it's a occupational hazard when you deal with biological material.
Yeah, it hurts very bad.
Yeah. Do you mind if I record this for our records?
It's fine. I don't have any family, and I'm starting to think I won't be around much longer.
Oh, the Emperor protects. Don't write yourself off yet. And I'll get the pic recorded down and kind of thinking to myself, he's not wrong. and get it recording mainly for say the others as well, so they can see a recording of this later.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested to hear what you can tell us about this cud switch and particularly the sap that you've expressed concerns over. I know that you raised or raised concerns to your master. I'm wondering if you could elaborate upon those for our report.
Because my initial concerns were it's an incredibly invasive species, and if it is not beneficial, we will kill off all other plant life on the here. I've abdicated that we burn it all just to be sure, and that was my initial concern. However, I was wanted to dig further, so I went and took some samples of it. I was, the fruit, it's like almost a grape, and when you eat it, it's extremely sweet, almost sickly sweet. But mostly when you clip it off, it kind of oozes, and it has a consistency of blood. And I brought some back to do tests on it, and it is biologically different than blood, but it has a lot of the same protein strains that you would see, but changed and just a slightly different. If I could have done more research, I could have proven that this was not entirely plant.
That there's a component of this is animal life.
I believe so. And
this is
fortunately, I got some on my neck, and when I went to scratch it, the pustule broke and it got onto my hands. And
no. Again, I can understand. So, are you much of a specialist as well as outside flora? You look at fauna.
A little. I mean, we mostly grow here. We don't hunt, and so that's been my specialty.
True. I'm just wondering what you can extrapolate from your findings that you might be able to think about what kind of organism this thing could be if it is an animal rather than a plant.
It's like on. Are you familiar with how some plants you can graft them onto other plants and they start taking on the qualities of each other?
I'm not familiar with the ins and outs, but I've heard of the vague concept.
I believe that this plant is maybe grafted onto some type of animal and or was originally, and that's how it came to be. It's like some it's I would not advise that you eat it.
Oh no, I fully intend to not have that stuff come anywhere near my digestive system, let alone my body.
Nah, an awareness site.
24 is 3 degrees under my 55.
The thing on his neck, you see it is starting to leak, and you see like is it a little claw starting to kind of like push its way out.
Okay. I will pack up my pick recorder very quickly and say I'll get someone to come up and take care of that issue for you. Just stay there and lock the door. And at that point, I am bolting it and barricading that door.
Okay. When you barricade it, give me an awareness sound.
Okay, so that'll just be my base awareness.
Just awareness, yeah.
49. That's a plus. Oh, that's a -0.
Okay, yeah. You just hear him kind of like, ah! And then he kind of, after a bit, it sounds like his screaming voice kind of wears out.
I've already moved by the time, long before that's finished. I'm going to go and get whoever's the master of the household, kind of the head of the staff, to say we need to cleanse that room now. We have a biological problem that needs dealing with now. And firing that video to all of the others if they've got a picture recorder they can view it on.
All right, Simo. So
So Simo's on premise because he's just been hanging around the house and seeing and hearing this. He is going to head towards where Wilkes is. Auto pistol and knife in hand. Sniper rifle still in his room.
Have you got a flamer? Because I think that's what you're going to need.
Not on me, but I'm sure we could find one.
Yeah.
So I'm just heading over to where Wilkes is. Yeah.
Okay.
Cleanse with fire.
Ideally from orbit, but yes.
All right. So you meet up with Wilkes. He's kind of barricaded the door and all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I saw the video. It looks like, or the box looks like this contamination is
this is definitely
aggressive.
Yeah.
What about the shipments?
We need to get them cancelled now and get all of that material
destroyed,
withdrawn, pulled, and completely incinerated.
How long have they been poisoning the crusade?
Too long. Any time is too long.
Do you think Stavros knows? Is he a heretic?
I don't think Stavros is, because he's the one that's
resisting the weed.
Well, no, I thought Stavros was.
Like not doing the weed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Jetro. It's Jetro that we haven't visited and who's behind or enthusiastic about this plantation, as far as we know. And again,
The last
This-
place, the last place that Han went to, he went straight into the weeds layer. Didn't come back. I have a feeling he may be put one with the weed now, and being very much like our man in there.
And
But, yeah,
Stavros would now have every incentive to help us because if this is true, we eliminate all his competition in one swift blow.
He will gain monopoly over the planet of whatever's left.
And that's enough incentive. Shall we call the master of the house and have him round up all the flamethrowers and then maybe just burn the entire house to be safe?
Yeah, whatever got out of him, we can't allow it to loose.
I'm also wondering, how is the plantation able to keep these invasive species off? Are they regularly burning the perimeter, or how's that working?
The irony could be that the water purification doing such a bad job is actually keeping it out.
Keeping it pure. The irony is stunning. Let's go find the master of the house. And is there a servant around or anyone we can hail down to tell them to like keep an eye on the room or something?
If not, there's like
A servitor or whatever.
box to call.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I suggest we go there, Master Wilkes.
Yeah.
All right. So back at the village, you guys are kind of looking around. Some of the kids, they look at you. One of them comes up to you and goes, "You look funny," and he points at Timotheus. He's like, "Were you born metal?"
In spirit, I was.
Oh, he's like going. It's interesting. None of all your arms are the same length. It's strange.
Well, if you work hard and you save up, maybe you can get like a fine arm like this one day. Replace that broken thing that you got there.
Oh yes, yes. We've been told that if you work hard in service to the Imperium, that you'll be blessed in time. Maybe I can be blessed like you.
Definitely.
Surely you shall be, as the Emperor's will is absolute. We seek an old timer from the village. His name is Isaiah, I believe.
Oh yes, he hangs out in the public house.
Thank you. And I'm going to toss the child. What is the smallest part of a solar that you can do?
Yeah.
An infra penny. Clink.
Oh, thank you.
And the public house, I assume, looks and smells awful at a distance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Here, let's find our informant friends.
Oh. You got to come when you enter in there. You're kind of hit by the odor, your body odor, and all. The floor is just dirt, and there's a couple people sitting there, but on like a not a stage, but a cleared out area. You see a guy speaking, and he's like going, and when he's like, if you leave here, the Father will take care of you. You will not, the pain of your deformities, he welcomes it all. If you're sick, he takes away the pain. Father always wants to watch out for you. Father loves us.
I don't want to retcon anything, but I feel like I wanted to sort of like punch the door of the pub open and stride in. So it's sort of say, we're here to intimidate.
Mm-hmm.
If that's not incongruous, yeah.
No, we'll say you were hearing that through the open windows because there's no panes of glass and stuff. And then when you...
Right. There's waxed paper in the windows, so we could hear it. Yeah. It sounds like heresy to me. So I'm gonna punch the door open, stride in and, like, I guess rest a hand on the hilt of my sword on my back while the others come around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, people they turn their head quickly when you come in, and you see the guy standing there. He looks up. He's got kind of a smile on his face, and he's like going, "Oh," he's like, look, some agents here to tell you that you need to stay here and let your family suffer."
Sir, you must be the heretic Isaiah we've heard of?
Oh, is it heresy to tell people that they deserve a better life, to not be crushed under the boot of a uncaring noble class?
Yes, that's heresy.
Yeah.
Actually, since you asked. And I guess I'll just do a little, like, pull out the sword and do a little song in the air. So
You
if
just cut
anybody
down
was
like 8 orphans when you were doing that.
no, just in the air specifically. The orphans are low,
Yeah,
but just to make a sound and gesture to intimidate.
yeah. Okay. All right. Give me a intimidation, and that is under
Presence? Is that presence?
Yeah, yep. Presence intimidation. I'm going to go against his discipline. Ooh, I rolled well. +3.
Well, I rolled poorly.
Okay.
64 under 30. So
When you do that,
nobody cares.
he kind of he goes, look, instead of taking away the pain like the Father does, all they do is promise more pain and suffering. That is the way of this world. Come to the Father. The Father cares.
I'm ready to jump in, but sister, I assume you want to correct them.
No, you're muted.
Trying to think of how I should approach this. I'm going to. I'm usually kind of lenient, but I'm going to argue the theology of why the emperor should not be viewed in such a familiar manner. That our relationship to him is servant, not son.
Okay.
And yeah, so got
All right.
theology.
I will allow you. You can either do a lore theology or maybe a presence leadership.
Let's see what presence leadership would get you. Well, it's actually better. Presence.
Yeah.
Oh, I got 25 out of 50. So that's 3.
Okay. Yeah. With that, some of the people that were kind of like listening to Isaiah, they kind of look over there, and you see that they start kind of nodding with you. They're like going. You see that you're swaying them back away from maybe believing in this, and with that, Isaiah me looks up. He's like going. He's like yes, the godliness of the emperor. We must not know him. He doesn't care. He's like but what has that gotten to you? Your children, they can no longer play while they're young because of the deformities of the chemicals and all. He's like going, but the Father, our God, has given us the ability to grow without spraying chemicals, without deforming each other.
I'll draw my last pistol and say, we may promise suffering, but we also promise life. We can also end your suffering and your life.
And I will do something I've wanted to do from the very beginning of this. I'm going to pull out my holy icon and hold it aloft.
Holy icon. What does that do?
It's an Aquila. Yeah.
I'm an icon beater, so
Yeah.
it says that I can't. You know what? Thing is, when you print it on here, it turns into teeny tiny little writing.
Yeah. Okay. So when you do that, you can confer the benefit of so essentially you're assisting someone else by inspiring them that, hey, the emperor, you're
Yeah.
the messenger of the emperor.
Yeah. So don't tell a sister of the imperial cult what the truth is. Raise it up. I'm trying to turn everyone against this guy.
Okay, yeah. Give me a presence leadership, but with that icon up, you get a roll with advantage. So
which means
you can you roll once, and if you need to, you can reverse the dice. So if you rolled a 91, you rolled a 19.
All right. Well, it's not such a great. It's a success. 47 out of 50. So
okay.
Just one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But yeah. But with that up, they kind of look around. They're like going. They side with you. And they're like going. It's better to suffer than to be a heresy and condemn ourselves to the warp.
Come back to the truth. Yes.
Yes, sister. Yes. Thank goodness you're here. With that, Isaiah, he kind of he looks at you, and you see him reaching into his robe. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Just blast this guy, right?
Fire away. Because Timothy, you already had your gun out, right?
I had my gun out.
Yeah.
He's reaching into his robes, right? Yeah. So just blast this guy. We're not going to convince him anyway.
Yeah.
And I rolled a 19 and I have 35, so that's a +2.
+2. Excellent. Okay.
And
the damage is
5.
I'm sorry?
No, sorry.
Oh, yeah. My damage is 5 plus SL, so that's 7, I think, then.
Yep. It is 7. So you hit him right in the body. He kind of falls back with that, and he starts laughing.
Yeah.
All right. Kylie?
Sick freak.
Well, that's the nice thing about having my hand on the hilt of my sword when I came in to be intimidating. If I probably sever him from shoulder to hip, he will laugh less.
That is true.
My guess.
Is true. So take him a swing at him there, and he is prone. So you have advantage on your attack.
And 2950 is 2 advantages? Oh, an advantage.
Yeah, so if you wanted, you could reverse the dice.
Yeah, well, yeah, the 9 is not in the right position for that, so.
Yeah. All right, so you cut into him with the sword, and when you do, the blood that kind of comes out, it's a little milky.
Cover your mouths. And when you say cut into him, I didn't get, even my sword didn't go through him?
Yeah. So, it kind of went through him. Yeah.
Okay, so he's not going to laugh.
No, he's not laughing anymore.
There's an unpleasant spray of fluid that's got a little bit of...
Right.
This is what you described.
Mm-hmm.
I'll use my hand flamer to flame it.
Okay.
Evacuate. Run away.
Yeah.
Everything here is
they're playing already as soon as the shot went off. I mean, so you kind of you can burn it up without any problem.
Yeah,
it's a prone body. Yeah,
burn it to make sure there's none of it left. It's an infection then of some sort of parasite. this whole planet is covered in that plant, animal plant.
Right. Go back to Wilkes and Sema.
So I think we're looking for the master of the house to
Wait.
get as much support as we can. And
Yeah, you can find him without any problem.
Yep, get him to burn one wing of his house down. Yeah.
That might take a little bit more.
Master Starvos, are you aware that you're housing heresy under your roof? And I say that with a severe tone.
Okay. I'm going to give him a. When you say that, he looks up at you and he says, "Some sort of ill-advised joke."
We don't joke about heresy. That filth that has poisoned your scientists. Where did the sap come from? What do you know about this plant?
I don't know anything about this plant except that I don't believe it should be grown.
It should not
I was
be
the one
grown
that
at
called
all.
you.
It will taint the Empire. Sorry, the Imperium.
I was the one that called you. How could you accuse me of heresy when I was the one that brought this crisis to your attention?
Your man
go
is
for an intuition?
infected. Go ahead. Yeah.
Can I go for intuition at that point to see if he is bullshitting or not?
Right.
Yes, you may.
Yeah. Damn it. No, I'll let the fail roll.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Can't read him.
So your man there is infected. And
he
who
is
knows who knows what else is happening?
If he is infected, then he must be burned and cast aside.
The entire area must be burned. How have you been able to keep your plantation free of this toxin, this weed?
Great expense around my plantation. I've purchased servitors with flamers. They burn it back every day.
I'd recommend getting some of those servitors upstairs to cleanse the area where your former biologist, now what's left of him, resides, because something came out of him.
When you say that, he looks confused for a second when he said that. He's like, came out of him. What?
Yeah, your poor man, what was left of him, had got infected with some of that sap that he was testing. So his recommendation to you was completely founded, by the way, and yeah, it got him. And now it's out. So I'd suggest we cleanse the wing of the house before whatever that thing was gets anywhere else.
And if what you say is true, Kartovian, and I lean in towards to him, you might just have saved the Empire. Or sorry, the Imperium. I need to stop saying Empire. I'm doing too many Warhammer Fantasy.
Yeah.
You might just have saved the Imperium.
Okay.
Tell us everything we need to know about this Jethro Credul and how he's infecting the Crusade.
Okay. With that,
the old reverse, the old twist.
Yeah, the old he's like, save the Imperium. Oh, kind of sits back and he's like going. It's like, all I know about Jethro is we only meet annually. And he was one of the first ones to adopt using Kudzo. He's been trying to push it on us for the past several years. About the first time I remember hearing about it was about 15 years ago.
From this Ivan L. Morcor, or do you know how he even learned about this? Surely he explained where it came from when he was trying to sell it to you.
All I know is that he claimed it came from the soul system.
Heresy to suggest something like that would come from the heart of the Imperium.
And he would also be coming to this meeting that you previously mentioned, this gathering, this once a year, in the next 2 days.
Indeed.
Do the other plantation owners that are coming, do they also farm this poison?
Everyone does but me. I'm the only one that's remained faithful.
So we're going to have to, all of them. Wink, wink.
Yeah, I think that they turn up. You make sure you're in a different place because they need to be purified.
We will also need access to your communication channels, the most secure ones available, and any other resource you have. You are a loyal servant of the Imperium, are you not?
Of course.
Then I trust we have your complete support.
You seem thinking.
Hero of the Imperium.
Yeah, you seem thinking, and both of you can give me intuition, human.
That's better. 07 is 5 degrees of success.
Yeah.
Nice. 25, so only 2.
You get the feeling that he's like any good businessman. He's trying to think of how he can use this to maximize his profits.
We can see the solar signs running through his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I turn to Wilkes, and now there's a problem of all those Imperial contracts. Who's going to fulfill them now?
Well, I think the one person that's going to be left to run the planet afterwards.
Do we want to put that in our report? An official recommendation? I look at him suspiciously. If he's cooperative, I guess.
And it's certainly easy, it's certainly easier than having someone else come in to do the job. He knows the land, he knows the people, he knows the environment. He's been doing it faithfully and perfectly adequately for since his family's been here. I don't think there's anyone else for the job, and kind of really layer on the buttering up here with
I'll add, and I suppose our recommendation would spare him questions from the Inquisition or anything like that. That's be a bit of fear along with the
involved. Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's like, wow, yeah. I like the way you think. He's like what assistance do you need? Of course, to clean this heresy out, and I can meet the Imperial contracts. I might be a little short until I get the other plantations rolling, but I can definitely meet them. And who better to inherit them than someone that came here as your
as a loyal son of the Imperium? Yes.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
How much fertilizer have you got in stockpile?
Oh, I'd have to talk to my accountant on that, but I imagine enough.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think with our friend Timotheus, we can probably arrange for that to be added with some other chemicals to have that meeting go with a bang. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Right. Yeah, he's gonna help you out because he just sees even more profit.
He might lose a house, but he'll gain a planet, so it's a fair exchange.
Yeah. Right. The other three.
So I guess with that, maybe Wilkes and I will go to whatever secure Fox facility that Stavros has to communicate to the fleet, to anyone we can, that this thing is not to be touched, and to check all prior shipments to see if troops that have received it, have ill effects or just all the usual stuff.
Okay, yeah. We'll come back to what the response is on that in a bit. Okay, so the other three, you guys have burned the guy in the pub. Everyone kind of ran away from you.
Yeah. We have to.
Go ahead.
Figure out how to cleanse the entire planet of this stuff.
Yeah.
That's on a scale way beyond. I don't know.
It might not be the best idea to go to the other plantations. We'd have to go very deep into the weeds, I'm afraid.
They may all be taken over.
Yeah. And
So I think our first responsibility to the Imperium is to stop the shipments that have gone out of this poison. And our second is to think less about the individuals who are living here and more about the ratio of jungle to farm that we saw and firebomb this entire rock into oblivion before it gets worse.
it's way too green anyway.
Dear Emperor, I just had a terrible thought. From what Wolfkit says, the thing began to transform to. I wonder if anyone in the Imperium who's eaten any of this will die a death, and they'll fall to the ground and just plant more of it wherever they've died. It could be spreading now through thousands of worlds.
That's why I'm saying we should stop the shipments.
Yeah, how long have these shipments been going on? For a few years already, right?
15 years?
15 years. Okay. So we would need to I think didn't we already send a signal to stop the current shipment immediately? But they're the shipments that have gone already, what do we do about that?
We need to alert everyone.
Alert everyone. Yeah.
Well, we need to get the information up the chain, not through the chain, because people who say have been harvesting this material won't want to pass the message up. We need to go directly, for example, to Inquisitor Halakarn and tell him that we've learned that this is a parasitic infectious agent. And then we need either to get permission to strafe this entire planet or figure out how to do so without permission.
Well, Halakarn should be able to at least get his superiors involved. It'll take a while, but I think it's already been 15 years. It's spread already, and we need to.
Well, the plantation, though, we can kill this planet.
Absolutely. We can nuke this whole place from orbit.
So the kid I gave a penny to, just think about the fact that it's already a seed. It's basically a carcinogenic cell inside the holy body of the Imperium.
Well, any and all who die here have given their life for the Imperium.
That's right. The Emperor protects.
And sometimes cleanses.
Sometimes you got to cut off, a poisoned.
The physician has to hurt you in order to heal you.
I think we're all in agreement. The question is, how do we make it so?
Well, that's one question. And the other is, where did Ivan al-Mokhtar come from, and where did Ivan al-Mokhtar go? Because
I don't know where he came from, but I have certain ideas about who invited him to this planet. And I think our good friend Stavros has a hand in getting this weed on this planet. Make sure everybody adopts it, make sure the competition is killed off,
but why
inherit the
would
planet. Because he
Yeah,
wants the
but
planet. He was jealous of the other guy, the other plantation who had a bigger plantation than him. It said
perhaps,
something
but
about that.
he would be trying to murder the Empire in order to gain some land. That seems
I mean,
ridiculous. But
I mean,
besides, he's got to go too. He's on this planet. He's been infected himself.
Well, he doesn't know what decision we've made, but yeah, that is he if he did play it the way that Sophium thinks, he gambled poorly.
it's just my hypothesis, but that's what I.
If we can get Wilkes to at least download where all the shipments have been going for the last 15 years.
That's definitely a start. That we need to inform somebody to cleanse those people as well.
Hopefully, a lot of his troops are in space eating this junk, and so they haven't seeded further. And we just have to keep it quiet. I mean,
the thing is that what do we feed the Empire with when all of this is
well, they were
destroyed?
Eating something before they ate this mutagenic seed plasm bullshit.
Just go on some rations and eat a little less for a few years until another operation has been set up.
And you can recycle the organics.
Yeah. Just
this in
some
fact
nice cornstarch.
An alien
Don't
invasion.
call it that. It's just recycled organics is so much friendlier.
Okay.
So, order of events. First we call in and say what was shipped out must be rescinded or destroyed. Second, does Halikarn have the authority to strafe the entire planet? And how do we get the tools? I mean, the atmosphere is almost all oxygen. I could just probably light it. Stinking place.
There's enough. There's plenty of machinery for that. Oh, the spark. It's not that much.
I'm greatly relieved that we don't have to go and meet this, happy farming maniac, Jetro, but can just ignite him from the sky. But we need to figure that out.
Well, it's ultimately it's war. It's an attack against the Imperium by an alien invading force. Doesn't matter if it's a planet. We can get the militarists over here and just have them wipe out every world that's got it on it. But
as long as not the Astra Militarum who just ate the stuff, in which case they might look at us askance. Or
they'll eventually, yeah. We don't know if that thing is controlling. It didn't seem, though, to Wilkins like he was being controlled by it.
Maybe you have to let it. Like if you're more open to letting it control you,
or maybe it just makes you go out to fertile ground and then die.
Yeah, Geonosis was doing it to study, and he was infected, and he didn't like it. But he didn't eat it. He just got some sap on person.
Jesus.
So
I'm sorry, who's Jesus? Sorry, my secret religion just came out.
Sister,
maybe we
talked about this.
Maybe we should regroup with the others and make a plan. Or do we want to go somewhere else in the village here? I don't think there's much to see.
We know what we need. We know what we need to do.
Yeah. So
what more evidence is there to gain?
Well, we need the
Except
source, and
the
we need to
shipping.
find out if this crop has been planted, this weed has been planted on any other planets.
Don't we believe that the source is not on this planet? It was brought here.
That's what we're told.
We need to find out to be sure, right? Because if it's this deadly and this invasive, if it's anywhere else, we would need to do something about it as soon as we can.
They were told, according to our host, it was claimed to come from near Seoul, which is almost certainly a lie. And then he couldn't get official clearance to plant it, but no one else cared.
Well, I think there was clearance, but he didn't know, he didn't think it was official.
He didn't believe it, right?
Yeah. Which, you know,
But yeah, how soon can we get picked up? I want to get a transport. I want to be in orbit because I want to see this bathed in flame.
There's ships picking up shipments like, constantly. It's like an Amazon warehouse. They're just constantly trucks picking up stuff.
Maybe we shouldn't tell anybody directly until we're off.
I mean, what are we to tell them? That they're all contaminated and we're going to incinerate their entire planet? I don't think that's usually something you say as a goodbye.
Or to the people on the transport when we leave.
Yeah. They're all contaminated too, as far as I mean, we need to get a private channel to the Inquisitor and order in a sort of strafing of the like I've never seen. So, quick communique. Sister, you're good at talking to people. Why don't you tell Stavros Kurtovian that we are very grateful for. And by the way, sleeping in an empty room with no human beings around underneath the star-filled sky was absolutely, I needed to take every drug I had just to get through the night. But you can thank him for that and tell him that our investigation is concluded, that we're thoroughly convinced that he's in the right, and that we're going to report that upstream immediately. And then we need to get the first transport into orbit and order absolute annihilation. Every man, woman, child, plant, microbe, frog, bird, everything has to go. Because it could all have that stuff in it.
Okay. All right. So, how are you going to get that message to the Inquisitor?
I'm sure that once we're in orbit, can't we get a secure channel?
Yeah. Or you could also use an astropath to send it, which would be faster than actually using. It's faster than the speed of light, because the problem with the radio signals, kind of like the Voyager, it still takes 30 minutes or something, and that's just inside our solar system.
Well, is there an astropath on the planet we could burn out to know someone?
Yeah, there is an astropath. So yeah, of course there is. There's always an astropath somewhere. You got to talk.
Did they not know what they're transmitting though? Because we're transmitting. We're gonna destroy your planet. So,
yeah, they have to be alive to tell other people.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah. All right. So you guys.
What have we sunk to?
That's normal.
We're protecting the Empire.
This is exactly what we're supposed to do. Yeah. Heresy is like a tree.
All right.
We should really, though, investigate the source of where this thing came from in case this monster has seeded this on other worlds.
100% agree.
I'm all for pushing the Inquisition, the Exterminatus button without any hesitation whatsoever. But we still should do due diligence.
And
Oh,
imagine
all
if we find out, we get to push the button more times on more planets.
all the port authority should have all of the information on all the shipments and where they
Oh, but not where it came from, like
So
this
we're-
Ivan whatever guy.
Yeah, Wilkes's point, I guess, is that if Ivan is still planet side, if Mokhtar is here, we can question him. So we've got to figure that out before we push the big button, the jolly red button. But we also have no time to waste because they're shipping the stuff out. So how
Or
do we
even
find
financial
out?
records, right? Because even like Ivan won't be around for 15 years, but if we find out how Jethro got the seed, how he paid for it, which company he, wired money to, whatever, then you can follow the money and keep looking for him.
Assuming that Jetro was even paying for it, because why
You
would
wouldn't
he
give-
if he was?
No, but why would you give the wheat free to people? Like no one would trust you.
Well, that's the
to give
wrong
it the
direction
money.
of money flow. The question is, I mean, he's getting paid for it.
No. They would have bought this plant or this crop from Ivan.
Would they have, though? I mean, if you were given a plant that grew and would make you rich, you might take that for free. Anyway, we have to find
we can
Mokhtar.
research. Yeah.
And that's you, Wilkes. Get us to a terminal.
Well, was that the guy who was 2 plantations over from? the
No,
other
that's
guy?
just
So there goes his
so
name.
we have the pamphlet which talks about some guy trying to sell this to, I guess, everyone, and then Jethro and those guys and
it's the
Miser,
neighboring-
whatever. Yeah.
It's the neighboring plantation from Jethro.
That's what it
Mhm.
is. So we
It's the
know
farthest
he's
one, yeah.
yeah, he's the one who introduced it, and he is local. So we do need to neutralize him and find out where he came from.
Yep. Mess Tornare, I think is the name.
We wait for the meeting with all the plantation owners and we just kidnap them all and interrogate them one by one, see if their stories match up, see if anything comes out of it. But would take a few days before we get to action. That's
That's a day and a half. Can we shut down transfer from the planet beforehand? Does Inquisitor Halikarn have the authority to stop them from shipping this food to our brave troops?
What do we eat or drink for 2 days?
Well, here's the thing. They could keep shipping, and as long as the shipments don't actually go anywhere, that's fine, and no one would know. So just have all the shipments go somewhere instead of their target designation. That then they wouldn't be any wiser.
As far
It's
as
the
we go,
Imperium.
Simu brought dehydrated water and yams
Rations,
and
yeah.
other nonsense. He's prepared for us to camp outside on the goddamn
And it's
dirt.
2 days. You can starve. You cannot eat for 7, 8, 9 days, 30 days, and not die. It's the water you're worried about.
You can.
You
I mean-
can, sister. We'll, if nothing
Well,
else.
I'm not saying it that way. I'm saying that I don't want to. I say go up and blow the whole place up from space.
Well, but you're
Worry
right.
about
but we've got to find Mokhtar first.
Yeah, also, if we were to pull the plug on shipments going out and they learnt about it, they could pull the ripcord and go, oh, well, that's a sign that we've been exposed. Whoosh! And off they go off-world, and then it just starts all over again elsewhere.
Right. We haven't blockaded the planet yet.
Yeah, we really need to get the head cut off this snake first.
I don't like it out here. I'm going to go home.
It just proves nature is wrong, that all this biological stuff should stay far away from us.
Filthy, weird alien crap. I'm going to go back downstairs.
Okay, so are you going to reach out to the Inquisitor to try and have the shipments
just brief
still be
him, yeah.
offloaded, but
Yeah.
then not go anywhere?
I'll brief him.
Okay.
It's the
tell them
Imperium.
that
There's
we're-
warehouses everywhere.
Yeah.
Or drop the
Okay.
cargo into the heart of the nearby sun. So,
Yeah. Or blow up the ship that's hauling the cargo, which is probably what they would do because
Right, lost in the warp.
yeah, that's the worst.
Fair.
So only a few thousand people on that ship. No big deal.
That's insignificant.
Yeah. Okay,
Killing.
so yeah. So the astropath, when you talk to him, you kind of relay these messages to him. He says that he'll contact the Lords of Terra to authorize a Exterminatus. He doesn't have the authority to do that. And then he says, "Be sure to kill the astropath."
And yeah.
Does the astropath relay that? Oh, by the way, kill me. He probably does.
Yeah, they do.
It's for the Emperor.
Yeah, and I really want to emphasize this is already out of hand as far as we know.
Yeah.
We're going to try to find out information to make the cleansing easier, but at this point, this is like, holy shit.
Okay, so you've reached out to the Inquisitor. He's going to start working through his channels to get the authorization to wipe out the planet. They'll re-terraform it. It'll be okay.
Sure. Once it'll all be ashes. That'll just mix in with the soil and make nice, rich
That's
soil
right.
for next time.
Yeah.
Global reset button.
See, those little kids finally have a purpose in life.
That's so bad. Okay. All right. Now, what's your plan now?
So I think we're going to go ahead.
I was like, can we liaise with the ships in orbit, or if there is a satellite network, which I probably doubt, hence why we're relying on ships, to get us some pictures of this guy's estate from the next plantation over, so that we know exactly what we're dealing with?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you get a servo skull to fly over it or something, some way to get an image of it. Yeah. You're talking Jetro Credrill's estate?
Both. So
yeah,
him,
okay. Him and Mess Tornair?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it takes several hours, for that to come back, and then the skull comes back, and it was one of Stavros's servo skulls, because he's being very helpful to you guys. He keeps wondering when he can use his astropath again, but you tell him that.
Yeah, I keep telling him, headache. I keep telling him, hero of the empire. He should start thinking about how to secretly, of course, coordinate fertilizer and get all the plants, like which plot of land he might want to build this new mansion on, because now he'll be taking care of the entire planet. He can't think provincial, right? And then, like just right. All those,
all the fluffing. All right, so when you download the video, what you see, Jetro's plantation, you see it's just completely covered in the vine. Even the house has the vine growing on it. You do see some people standing out in the fields. They've got a lot of flies buzzing around in, and they're not very active as you go by. The mess is the vine's even more pervasive. You see that there's trees. The trees have actually been pulled down by the vine and overgrown. And looking at the house, it is. You can see it starting to collapse from the weight of just all the vines growing on it.
Something tells me he's not there. Yeah, that seems like suicide going somewhere like that. It just doesn't seem to be. It's not seemingly viable as a place where the guy would be running a plantation. So I think we can probably write that off.
And extraction would be difficult. in that type of terrain, hard to land anything anywhere without burning everything at first.
What about the next guy across?
At Buala Khalil's, the Kudzo is still there, but you see he's actually got flamers set up that are burning it away from his actual house, and like the lane that someone would drive down to get to the house. It looks like it's been kept burned back from that also.
So he knew to expect that, or at least he's not completely under the control of the plant.
Mm-hmm. That seems like a more healthier option to explore.
Do we want anything from these people? I mean, they've obviously fed the planet to their own greed. They kept this a secret.
But again, this may be influence from outside. We need to be seen by the Inquisition to do our due diligence and find if there's any potential other threats that this could lead elsewhere. If it's greed, that's fine. We put that in the report, but we need to be certain when we put that down.
On your home world, does Wilkes Garn mean due diligence?
I work for the Administratum. Of course I do.
They do things in triplicates.
Yeah.
Well, I'll try to stop you getting killed if you insist we stop here.
And bury them in soft peat. And
so we go there to kidnap and interrogate, or we wait 2 days and they come to us? Is there anything on the estate we need? Because that would be the only reason to not wait 2 days, right? Well, beyond waiting 2 days and the damage that can do to the Imperium.
I would advocate we go quicker. We arrive there, we storm in, literally put a gun to the guy's head in a shock and awe tactic and tell him to spill his beans. If he doesn't, we spill his brains all over the floor. And then when he tells us what we need, we spill the brains anyway. And then we get the hell off world.
Okay, so we're not waiting for the 2-day summit with everyone else. We think this is the only source we need. Okay.
Well,
I'll start preparing some torture tools.
You mean enhanced interrogation techniques?
No, he meant torture. Torture. Torture.
Torture.
Tomato. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll not beat around the bush.
Right.
I have a few tools I've been wanting to use. No.
Beat around the kudzu.
We'll say you guys get kind of prep for that. And question I have, so approaching the plantation estate of how close do you want do you want to take the hovercraft to fly there, or an actual vehicle that travels on the land?
Right. And what is our cover? Because he's going to see us coming miles away. Do we signal ahead of time that we're administratum paper pushers and we need to check his papers? Like, what's our cover here?
I don't think we're worried about cover at this point. We're surely...
Well, you want the element of surprise.
Yes.
He's not expecting us coming. So
the question is, if the sap is that bad, is there any place that we can land other than the roof and have a chance of getting out without being infected? Because I didn't look closely at that video because I have a delicate system. Mm-hmm. But I do not want to see claws coming out of my skin from another life form. So
there was the cleared area around the house. So if we get the hovercraft, fly over it, drop down on the cleared patch of ground, that should be fine. Just don't go near the green stuff.
Yeah, definitely hovercraft, not driving through this stuff.
I figured, but
yeah, I think that's
in terms of cover in terms of cover for going into him, I'd suggest that we stick with the fact that we're administratum because we don't want the big eye brought into this. And let's say we're here to potentially renegotiate the payment for your contracts. That you'd been doing so well with your output. I think that the remuneration scheme could be better. And
perhaps even a wider shipment.
Yeah,
So they think they could spread it more. Yeah.
appeal to his greed.
That seems to work on this planet. Agree. Let's go.
Hey, right. So you are going to reach out and say that's why you're coming.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can just use radios for that because it's on world. You get his. You don't talk to the actual noble. You get his accountant, and he's like, "On oh well, of course, you understand. Sam, we're busy getting ready for the meeting, but we're more than happy to have the administratum come out, and we'll. What time should we expect you?
Oh, whenever's good. How soon can we get there?
Yeah. So give a time. Hovercraft in there. Essentially you're flying across Great Britain twice, so probably 6 7 hours to get there.
Yeah. Insert.
You want to
appropriate-
time it to arrive during the morning and not dark of night where things might come out,
Right. Okay, so we'll skip ahead to that unless there was something else you guys wanted to do.
I'm packing my sniper rifle at last.
Okay. Yep. Right. So as you hover along, you just see fields and fields of this vine just growing everywhere. You can see there's even some servitors that has grown over, and it's got taken them over. You can see that on the flesh parts still that were on the servitors, they've got some pustules coming up on that. As you're approaching the estate, you can see on it that it looks like it has some freshly painted on it and all. Okay, and does anyone have any lore forbidden?
I do.
All right.
Forbidden knowledge.
Yep.
It's actually linguistics forbidden. That's wrong. Then, huh?
Yeah.
you want
Well,
more.
either one. Either one. So it's some sayings on it.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So it looks like the iconography that's painted on it and all. You don't recognize the language. It's definitely not in High or Low Gothic. Heck, it doesn't
That's
even look like it's
suspicious.
possibly doesn't even look like it's really in a language that a human could pronounce.
Are you smart types 100% convinced that we need information from here when we need to strafe the whole planet? Like, I do not really want to step on any of that. I don't know if that's paint or something
Witchcraft.
ickier.
This is maybe making me think twice, I must admit.
If we can find the source of this plant, then who knows how many more worlds it could infect.
Mhm.
What do we need to find here that's going to tell us where the source of the plant?
Who is this Ivan Mork? Where did he find this plant? Did he get it provided him by the archenemy, that kind of thing?
Why would anyone here know that?
Does anyone here even know anything if they're all plant zombies? I'm frankly a lot more effective at killing enemies of the Imperium when I am alive.
I'm rather attached to my life as well, trust me.
Landing here and being consumed by this evil, nasty plant that, again, I just want to, that image of the little claws coming out from inside, I didn't want to experience that. And I think I'm a better servant.
All I thought about for days is bathing.
So unless you have a good argument, I mean, I'm happy to hover. and strafe you from the sky when you come back with insects crawling out from at the side of your eyelids.
So just for the GM, based on what we know, did it sound like this is where the plants were first grown or introduced, or
No,
did we not really?
Are you talking this plantation or this plant?
This plantation, sorry. Like this,
No.
yeah, okay.
When you were kind of looking in there, they mentioned that it started, at Mess Torners.
Right. Well, we are at Miss Torners, right? Yeah.
No, you're a Booyah Kalels. Mess Torners was completely taken over. That was the one where the house was collapsing underneath it. Jethro's was overgrown, and you could surmise that it's probably going to start there. So essentially, as you're getting closer and closer to Stavros,
right,
the plant is not destroyed as much. As you get further away, it's become.
I see. So this plantation or landowner, if we were to go and visit, at best, it could be, we're going to save this landowner if we had any intention of saving anyone, if he was not like gone already, in theory.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The one that we saw where he cleaned out the area around the house, though.
That's this one.
Right. So he is at least someone that had contact with the guys that were selling this.
Yep.
In theory, we need to get his testimony and find out where he got it from, what he knows about where it came from, and basically get information from him firsthand, and then eradicate him.
You're thinking he's the closest one along that chain that still has his brain largely intact. That's your thinking. I see.
Exactly, yeah.
My guess, my prediction is that he'll just say that he got it from that guy and it came from just outside the soul system. That's what we've already heard.
But Garland, if you want to go down and interrogate him, feel free. I'm just not going down myself. I will prepare the incendiaries in case you send me the oops signal.
I'll go with you, Wilkes.
Yeah, there's certainly no bad thing about staying, hovering, and providing overwatch.
Right. Perhaps Callie and the sister can make sure, our exit craft or our, hovercraft doesn't get overrun by plants or enemy servitors while we infiltrate inside.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So Timotheus and Wilkes are going in?
I'm leaving my sniper rifle in the thing for either the sister or Callie to use.
Okay. All right.
Well, sister, can maybe Simo borrow your flamer?
Yes.
All right, I'll swap you. If you see me infected, put me out of my misery, and I give her my sniper rifle.
If you guys get infected, tell us, and we'll just leave you there.
Yeah, you hear the scream. Yeah,
we won't leave you there. That would be cruel.
Yeah, we'll say the claw is going through my eyes.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, Timotheus, Wilkes, and Simo, you rope down, or they lower a ladder, probably and you climb down onto the ground. All of you give me a awareness touch.
Is this to detect hidden enemies? Just so I'm curious.
No, it's
okay. I just get a +1 success on overdose. So let me see.
Okay,
don't forget about fate.
Oh, PPE. Yeah. Oh, and we're wearing a special reasonable PPE as we can. I got 2 successes. 3 if that counts as ever vigilant.
Speaking of fate, I'll re-roll my 95.
Well, if one person's got it, you don't need
okay.
It. Okay, so when you kind of get on the ground, it's very squishy, like the ground's been freshly fertilized, with broken down material and all. You're not sinking in, but you were expecting kind of like hard earth that you're going to walk on because like it's just where they've been parking vehicles. Instead, it feels like it's
Can I
soft.
stab my knife into the ground and cut it?
Sure.
Does dirt come out or something else?
Yeah. When you stab it in there, it's dirt and stuff. But then you notice that there are like vines. So you know how like vines will creep along. They send out those creepers and yeah, that's what you find, and you realize that it's like the dirt is being broken down by this vine going into.
We won't have much time. It could be we come out and vines are shooting up from the ground.
Ugh, this dirty ground. I wish to be walking on metal again.
It's the definition
Let's go.
of dirt.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So when you approach, who's going to go in first?
Or can we announce our presence here and see if they open the door for us before we go? Just walk on in.
Oh, sure. Yeah. So like ring the bell or whatever. Okay. You hear a voice comes out almost like Lemmy of Mice Men. He goes, "Friend."
We're here to renegotiate the contract. We might have rabbits.
Oh, yeah, nice. He goes, "Oh, friend," and another person's voice goes, "Come on in. We've been expecting you."
I'll head in first, anyways, and I'll keep an eye out for danger and just
All right. You open the door and you're wearing kind of PPE, so you don't get the smell and all, but you can give me a discipline fear.
Oh, I am -2 successes.
Okay, you are afraid. When you open the door, you just see like all these symbols that were kind of painted on the outside, but on the inside they're painted in blood. But the main thing that disturbed you is this a creature here, which I'll show you a picture of. So that thing there is just occupying the whole foyer. It's got ropes, those tentacles whipping off of it and all. And when you open the door, it goes, "You're my friend," and the tendrils kind of whip out towards you. So give me a
personal space.
Give me a fortitude test.
Okay. Fortitude.
Taking a picture. Click.
Let's see how my fortitude of 25 holds up. Oof. I'm going to use a fate to re-roll. Otherwise, it's a 66. And that would not end well. All right.
No.
Okay, 20. So 0 success?
Okay, so take 2 points of corruption.
Okay, crap.
Yeah, so, okay, all right. I have this thing is extremely slow, so all three of you will get to act before it does. It's like just this force of nature. It just keeps moving, but it's moving toward the door now that you've opened it.
Okay. I'm just gonna blast with my last pistol.
Okay, fire away.
If possible, I also want to make a picture or stream this with my Vox beat to the people upstairs or the hovercraft, so at least they'll have the information, whatever happens.
Right, yeah, I got you. All right, fire away.
03. Oh, my pistol's on fire today, so that's +3, that's 8 damage then. If it hits it or anything.
It hit it, and you see it hits, and like the skin on it, it kind of it burns away, and then you see it start growing back. Wilkes.
Retreat. Like full blown sound the cavalry, run the fuck away.
And then finally, Simo, you get a run anyway because you're already afraid.
Right. I'm just
Okay. All right. So when you do that, the two up in the hovercraft, you see these tentacles kind of grab the frame of the door and kind of pull it out, and it's like a slug. It's just leaving this trail of filth behind it as it is coming out, and it keeps going, friend, come back, friend. But you guys are faster than it because it is extremely slow and all. So you get to the rope ladder that's hanging down from the hovercraft, and what do you guys want to do? So
Right up.
Well, we
Yeah,
were
wait.
watching.
you were. Mhm.
You saw the tentacle
So-
thing, yeah?
We didn't see you get hit by it. So we'll let you climb up the rope.
Right.
ladder.
It's like, well, you see a giant like. Anyway. Well, I got hit by corruption. You're right. I didn't take any wounds.
Yeah.
That's true.
You just
Yeah.
I'm going to
Alright.
watch the returning members of the party closely, because if there's any indication that there's a little,
okay.
that
I
I'm going
think
to-
that we earned the rights of "I told you so." But
Yeah. Okay. So
But we
You guys
have it
are-
on film that we did
Yeah.
that, and we know
Right.
that's the important thing.
all right, I'm going to be a little mean
Evidence of
here.
heresy. Yeah.
So
Oh, no.
you guys are under stress. So to get up that ladder in time, you're going to give me an athletics climbing.
Ooh,
This is what fate's for.
this is true.
I have a
Pass.
30 in athletics.
Yeah.
04
Me
is
too.
2.
One
You,
success.
like flew up.
20,
Push you through.
Right.
28.
Nice.
Barely made it.
Yeah.
One success for me.
Okay. All right. So you guys get up there, and like right when you're pulling the ladder up, one of the tentacles kind of grabs the ladder, and you feel it start pulling down on the.
I'll cut the ladder.
Yeah. Okay. You cut it, and it kind of falls down there, and you hear it. They're just yelling at you, friend, come back, friend.
Get us
Oh.
off this planet.
Did you have to befriend it?
I'm a people person.
Yeah.
But that's not people.
Not people.
All right. So you fly the thing back, or to the nearest thing that you can hop on to get back into the void.
Yeah, and we
Let's
don't tell
loot this
Stavros. We're
place.
like, don't worry about it. Yeah, you know, you just think about that new mansion and where you want to put the, I don't know, the fountain.
Yeah, we'll be in touch.
Yeah, you're going to have a lot of research to do about this supposed character that brought the plant to the planet. But we're not doing that research here, where every surface is a mutagen.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right. Okay. Sounds good. All right. So we'll say you get back. You find out that you did get the Exterminatus approved. Essentially, a ship shows up. It drops a virus bomb on the planet, which turns all the organic material into methane. And then they set the planet on fire and ignite all the methane and just exterminate everything on the planet.
The Emperor protects.
The Emperor does protect.
In this, peasant and noble is finally equal.
And Wilkes, give me a logic investigation.
Okay.
Close up. And it's your data Delver can apply this.
Oh. I will turn my 70 into an 07 then. So again, 5.
Okay. All right. So you've been kind of monitoring, looking up the shipments and all, and you do find a pattern of Astra Militarum ships that are struck from the record and stuff. But with that last one, you before it must not have gotten caught. There was reports coming back of like the ship turning kind of fleshy, and some of the people inside hatching these strange creatures that liked to laugh a lot, and then that ship disappeared into the warp.
Make sure that report also gets filed appropriately. Filed
In the shredder.
How many times have we saved the Empire from absolute horrible destruction?
A little part of it, at least.
Yeah.
We should get more promotions.
I mean, if you think about it, it's probably the fact that the Imperium is constantly getting destroyed and it just takes a while to die. Because this has been happening for 15 years.
Exactly. All right. Okay, so what was going on in Nurgle's garden, the god of disease and change? It had created this plant.
Grandfather.
The father. He loves you. He cares. And so he had came there. So Ivan was a cultist, and he came there and he just was wanting to plant it because the plants hit. Because the plot was to strike the Militarum from the inside with their eating, and their ships would get there. Stavros was just a capitalist that was selfish and did not care about his people. He wasn't plotting anything. I wanted to highlight just the sheer uncaringness of the nobles of it and all. The last thing, that's a beast of Nurgle, which would grow up there. And yeah, they're known to crawl across the battlefield just trying to hug everyone. And when they hug you, you die, but we just want to be
in a friendly way.
At least you're not alone when you die.
That's true. Yeah.
Maybe Nurgle's the good guy.
So would we have been able to find more details if we went to Jetro's house earlier or something like that? Or
No. Those things were completely destroyed because the plant was destroying it. Because despite Nurgle's best effort, he still has some flaws in his things, which was it destroys everything it touches.
Right.
Cool.
But to love him and squeeze him and care for him and love him and call him George.
Our players included Matthew Sanderson, David Gassaway, Billy Chung, Con Lighton, and myself, with Keith Craig as the game master. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members. You can set up private games, and you can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Spotify, Podbean, or iTunes. Support for the show is provided by our patrons who are listed in the closing credits. If you'd like to show us your appreciation, please visit our Patreon page, or you can use the thanks button just below the screen. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering any questions you might have. This is Thom Raley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the grim dark of Warhammer 40k and the Imperium Maledictum role-playing game. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.